Yo.
Is the microphone working? It is! Hi everyone! Hello, hello, hello! We are super excited today! It is the final hours of my Kickstarter, Witch's Path. It's an RPG. My name's Natasha. Usually we do co-working on this channel and art streams, things like painting, graphic design, all sorts of cool stuff writing. Today we have a Kickstarter up. It has been going for a month. It is fully funded. It is really close to its final stretch goal. So I'll post some links in the chat. Go check it out. It's super cool. I'm going to be doing some kind of promotional co-working tonight and talking about it. Probably going to show some clips from some of the playthroughs we've had and just discussing it, hyping it up, and being excited. So yeah, tag along, ask questions, make sure you share it anywhere you can. I'm really excited. It's fully funded, it's definitely going ahead, and yeah, we've got a couple hours left. Actually, I should check and see exactly how many. I have way too many tabs going right now. Oh, yeah, and my Kickstarter tab is in the middle. I'm adding add-ons onto it. So at some point I will let you guys know how many hours we have left exactly. Let's see on my other computer actually. Yeah, okay, so my original goal was $100. We are at $1,978, so $1,978. So we were very close to $2,000, and $2,000 is one of our final stretch goals for cover art. So there's 7 hours to go, guys. Yee! All right, so exciting. Muted properly here. Say hi if you want.
I was saying hi to the reflection.
Oh.
Hello. And the cat.
And Ariana's probably going to be doing some art for the book as well, so exciting. Oh yeah, so I'll show you guys. We haven't decided what ones we're including yet, but kind of this kind of beautiful watercolor illustration-y style. So some really cool stuff. Alright, I feel like, I don't know if break is the right word to have going here. Let's set the timer off at the very least, just for anyone who's co-working, although I think I set the stream to RPG, not co-working, just to attract the right RPG watchers instead of co-working watchers for once. And I'm pretty sure I had a RPG stream that was set to co-working, so it evens out, I guess. But yeah, we'll definitely be keeping the microphone on for most of the night, just because yeah, I'll be chatting and talking and answering questions and hyping things up. So we're excited. Okay, good. All right, I think I'm actually impressed. This mic was giving me trouble before, but I think it's working now, so that's good. Okay, the other computer's not loading properly. That's fine. We are going to go ahead and do some work here because I have to get some of these add-ons added to the campaign because I want people to be able to add on my previous RPGs, which are over on itch.io. So I will also post a link to that in the chat right now. So let's do a couple things. One, let's do Kickstarter. Bam! And then I'll post the itch link as well. I wonder if I have a command for that. I might. Anything's possible, guys. RPGs. Look at that. Sometimes I set stuff up years ago and then I forget that I'm functional sometimes. Alright, now where was I? One of these tabs. So basically on itch I have about, I don't know, 4 games, I think, 4 or 5 games that have been up for sale, and they're very cheap. They're mostly one-pagers or very simple RPGs, and so they're all set at $5 US. And so if you buy them as an add-on to the Kickstarter campaign though, you get them for a bit less. I think you get like 15% off. I was gonna do 20, but the exchange rate was causing trouble, so I think it ended up being 15% off. Because I had to switch it because on itch it's in US dollars and in Kickstarter it's in Canadian dollars. So I couldn't do a decimal of Canadian dollars either, so I'm like, well, I guess it's going to be 6 Canadian, which is still a discount from 5 US. Which seems ridiculous, but here we are. That means I need to make sure I add all of them in. But thankfully I have all the promotional images and stuff from putting them up on itch. So, oh, that one didn't go up though. Maybe that file's too big. No, it doesn't like that file. I might have to save it again with a smaller. Let's try this one instead. No, it didn't like that. I'm curious. Okay. Let's try this. No. Okay, maybe these files are too large. The other one, I already did 3 of these. This one doesn't want to work, so. But maybe the images are too large. I don't know. Okay, why is this not loading? I want to be able to see the chat on my other computer here. Please work. Refresh. I should also keep the Kickstarter page open so I can see if we get new things. I didn't bother to create a little banner to put on the stream, but I probably could have if I really wanted to. Now we're out of time. Hey Janos, how's it going? How are you? Okay, we've got the monitor going, thank goodness, and I unmuted it for some reason. Mute. Thank you. There we go. Success. Alright, so I can see the chat now. Good. Why won't this work? Do I have to seriously redo these images? That's aggravating. Oh, you liked the last stream when we were playing the game? Fantastic. Yeah, I've been actually really happy with all the like games I've run for this campaign, for this promotion. I've been really pleased with the storylines. I've been really pleased with everyone's, like, how they made their characters and how everything interacted. So I've just been really happy with it. It's a good game, guys. It's fun. It works. It plays, and it lends itself to exactly the type of narrative-based storytelling that I like. It's not number crunchy. It's narrative. This image is small. These images are both small. They're like 200 to 600 kilobytes. Like that. It should be fine. Why are they being weird? Maybe it's because I'm streaming. It doesn't like uploading it. Weird. Yeah, because the other one that I already successfully uploaded was larger than that. So what? What does that mean? What does it mean? Well, let's save the add-on for now. Oh, it won't let me unless I upload something, but it won't let me upload the file. That's weird and annoying. That is really weird and annoying. Oh. Can I the image, item image is optional, so okay, let's just not do that then. See what it does. Obviously, I want the image eventually, but okay, let me save it without the image, so we'll have to go back in and add the image. I don't know what it's doing. Haha! The best line was when one of the players said they would check the best before date on the icing sugar. Yes! Ah! It was good. There was actually, I've been pleased with the amount of humor too. Like, people have been able to make it fun, make it comical, and I really like that. So I'm glad it came across as an audience. Megabyte maximum. Maybe the pixels are too large. That's well within the file size limits. Oh my god, we've been watching House and Hotel, the new season. It is so good. It's so much fun. Now the theme song is stuck in our heads. But if you're also watching it, don't post spoilers in the chat, because the 2 newest episodes only just recently came out. And I know Ariana hasn't seen them. I have. But other people in chat might also not have seen them. But feel free to gush about the show if you do like it as much as I do. Oh, also, totally forgetting. What the heck is my command for this? Is it husband mugs? I know I have a command for this. That work? No, it's just husband. Just mugs. I will find the command for this. Husband. I'm sure I have a command for this. Is it mugs? There it is. I found it. So there's more than mugs. There's also stickers. There's also literally anything you can sell on Redbubble. Put the images on. But I made a bunch of images for the Husband Hotel show, and those are up for sale, and people love them. I've had a lot of good reviews on those, so go check them out. It does! Yay! Okay, cool. Alright, why can't I upload this file? I'm gonna have to go on Canva, I'm telling you. One of these image files would be too large for the rest of, like, cause I pretty much just, I use the same formatting for all of these promotional graphics, so why is one of them causing I'm so worried if I say it. sometimes you could, it's ambiguous. You could save something under multiple different places. It could be under marketing, it could be under RPGs, it could be under graphics. Like, it would fit in a bunch of different places, and I cannot find it in any of them. Where do I Covers, there we go, I found it. It was actually in the correct place in RPGs, it just... I wasn't reading it very well. No, I still don't think this is it. Pitch covers, this has to be it. What am I doing? And it even says the correct amount of pixels in the... Oh, I guess the correct amount of pixels for itch, though. So maybe not for... I see why this is confusing. Canva did not used to let you have different file sizes within the same file. Now it does. So because I copy-pasted a different dimension file into this file, and it's the first page, I was looking at an image that was the wrong dimensions, and I went, that can't be the right file. It is the right file. That page just shouldn't still be in there in its original dimensions. I copied it into the horizontal dimensions, but I left it in there, so now I'm just going to delete that so it stops confusing me. Save at a very low size, so that hopefully will upload. Oh, my poor computer's slowing down now. This is a lot to ask of it. Close some of these tabs now that I found the right one. Also, let me know if you got to check out the Extra Life campaign on my friend Kelly's Dork Tales channel, because I was there all weekend playing some RPGs and it was really fun. So hopefully you guys got to see that, got to donate if you had the means to a great charity for children's hospitals. So very cool stuff. And the games ran really well. It was super fun. Either, so 50 megabyte maximum. Okay, 348 by 232. Let's like specifically do the correct pixels. 348 by 232. I don't know why the other ones worked. Also slightly too big still. Okay, let's shrink it down a little bit. The other ones must have been really small. Manually compress these files, that's so aggravating to do. sure that's what it is. I'm sure it's the file size with the thing that's causing trouble. So what else can I do here? Maybe I'll try the other ones and see if this is the only one that's having trouble or not. Save that one. Like, I only have one more to do. What have I done? I've done two of them. No, I've done two of them successfully. And I only have four. So let's try the last one and see if that one works a little bit easier. Or what? Hey, Ty the Science and Art Guy. I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? Yeah, it has been a while. Oh, the music volume is... Oh my god, thank you! I set the music volume, the desktop... Thank you. I'll fix it. I knew... Okay, it should be better now. Let me know if it's still too high or if it's too low now. I set the music volume to 100% when I was rebroadcasting another, like a stream from the Dorktales channel, and I knew I was going to forget to fix it, and I knew I should have checked the sound on the stream when I started, and I didn't. So thank you. I thoroughly appreciate that. Hopefully everything is better audible now. So welcome. My name is Natasha. We are here today promoting the final hours of my Kickstarter, because this probably wasn't audible the first time I said it. It is called Witch's Path. It is fully funded. It's up on Kickstarter. It's in its final stretch goals. Right now it's almost at 2,000%. Sorry I said all this inaudibly before, but yeah, it's super cool. Go check it out. You enjoyed the test game. Oh, excellent. Perfect. Yeah, okay, that should be better balanced now. Do. Now, if this file also won't upload, then we'll know it's because I've switched file dimensions. Yeah, okay, I've switched file dimensions on Canva, apparently, and I need these to be smaller. So that's really aggravating, but yeah, I guess let's resize this whole file. Which is a shame, because that's probably exactly the right size for itch. So what that means is I'm now going to have two files. I guess I'll just copy the ones I need. That's weird that the other ones were fine. Actually, no, I can see that they're not. Are they in this file? My computer's running slow now. No, they're not even in this file, so they're in a different file that's certainly smaller. That's why all the ones in this file are too large. So let's see if I can just find that file, because clearly it works, and then copy these into it instead of having to resize the whole thing. That would be better, because then I know it will work. Oh, Canva, you're amazing and still as finicky as ever. Exactly. Despite all its problems, still easier than anything else. Would be cool if my computer would load it, however, that would be nice. Definitely struggling. But I think that's a my computer problem, not a Canva problem. What else have you been up to? Tell me all about things. I also changed my streaming setup because it's cold now here in Rome, and so I brought my outdoor couch, which I stream on in the summer, inside, which I did last winter, and it worked really well. But it means I have to like rearrange my desk setup because now the table, it works better to have the chair on this side of the table than the other side, with the camera facing kind of towards the window instead of towards the room. So, and I have streamed like this before while I lived here, so, but not last year. Last year I kept it the other way around, so we'll see how it goes, but I think it's going to work nicely. Canva, would you load, please? What are we doing? Okay, what else do I need to do on my to-do list? I need to send an update. Should probably post on like Discord. Go. Okay, I posted it on Discord. Woohoo! How's Canva doing? Still not loading. Hey, there we go. It started to load. Okay, finally. Now, where would I have saved these files that are the same dimensions, kind of horizontal square file, but definitely a different file than the current one, because they're literally not in it, so. Is it possible I got rid of them? Yes. Would that have been smart? No. But I don't like that I can't see them anywhere. Yes, I've been in Rome for almost 3 years now, coming up 3 years in February. So it's been really good. It's been really difficult to keep getting the visa. So I've got to do that again next week is my appointment for all of that nonsense. And I'm constantly struggling with it and stressed out about it. But so far, I'm still here. So that is good. You said, not a whole lot. You were working on a video game, sort of an ecological yet apocalyptic RPG. Ooh, with a friend, and you made some pretty decent progress, but unfortunately made the mistake of getting into a relationship. And when the attachment issues, ended, things meant the project was trashed too, just before you're about to finish the applications for funding. Yeah. Now you're in reset mode. Chilling mostly. Things are good. Things are, like I said, stressful because the visa issue has been a nightmare for 3 years straight and will probably be a nightmare for more years to come. But it keeps working. I love the city and I want to stay, so we're making it happen. And we're doing lots of cool stuff right now. I haven't been doing much streaming or publishing of stuff lately because I've been busy. But this year we are doing this Kickstarter and it's been going really well, so I'm excited about that. Where else would I have saved this? Let's try branding and resources. I need like a promotion or a marketing folder, I think, but where did I save this? Why is Canvas so slow today? I know why it's slow. It's because I have too much stuff going on for the stream. You loved working in Germany, but Germany didn't love working for you. I can't even imagine Italy. Yeah, Italy's bureaucracy is a nightmare. They struggle with paperwork. Marketing folders are a must. Yes, I definitely have more than one marketing folder. And I do not know where I saved this marketing stuff because I haven't used I uploaded these RPGs to Itch ages ago, so I haven't needed these files in a while, and I might just have to recreate them from scratch because I don't need to recreate the ones I've lost. I need to create new ones. I just wanted to use the same dimensions because they worked. And the ones I currently have aren't working, so you know. I probably renamed the file into something else because I used it for something else because I thought I didn't need that anymore because I made a new one in bigger dimensions and you know, something like that. No, not that one. I thought it might have been this one, but it's not, so that's fine. Where else would I have saved this? Okay, I'm gonna spend like another 5 minutes looking for this thing and then I'm gonna just make it from scratch. But I totally have it somewhere, which is why this is stupid. See, I'm like double checking folders I already looked through at this point, which is really aggravating, so. Rant! Oh! Are we ranting about Italian bureaucracy? Because yeah, I can go off on that. Oh my gosh, I don't even have notes on this. So let me think for a minute and collect all my thoughts on my rant here. The one that came to my head immediately was my favorite horror story from the visa process is someone, she got her visa. This is a friend of a friend. Let me make sure I haven't missed any chat messages before I rant away here. Rant redeem. Yes, I already have it, but I want you just accept it. All right, so my favorite story, I'll go through many. This woman had a job. It was applying for a working visa. In order to get approved for this working visa, she had to submit the place where she worked and her house. She had to submit the address, prove that the place owned it, prove that the job owned it, prove that she was paying rent. She also had to submit the original floor plans signed by the original architect, which, as you may guess, in Rome, is not always that easy, as many of these buildings are many hundreds, if not thousands of years old. The original architect is not fucking around. So there is a way past this, of course. I don't know what it is you have to do, but you probably have to get it signed off by someone else. At any rate, it's that kind of absolutely ridiculous requirement. Like, why would that even be a requirement? Why is that necessary? And like, you can kind of understand, like, the idea is so that people aren't bringing workers into the country and then like keeping them in slums, right? But holy shit. Like, that's an insane thing. A floor plan signed by the architect in any capacity is ridiculous, let alone the original architect in a city as old as this. That's just one of the things. What else have they done to people? Oh my gosh. So, okay, the biggest thing about Italian bureaucracy is that half the time when you go to the place where you think you need to go to, like, submit a form or get a form, I have a bunch of stories for this. You will get the person at the counter will say something like, "No, we don't do that here." And you're like, "I'm pretty sure you fucking do." And half the time, they don't anymore, but they don't tell you that. They just say, "We don't do that here." But what they mean is, "We don't do that here anymore. It's somewhere else now." And so you ask, "Oh, do you know where it is?" And they go, "No." Or they go, "I think it might be this place." And that's all the information you can get out of them because they do not fucking care. Sometimes they just are fucking wrong, and sometimes they just are fucking lying to you because they're lazy and they don't want to do their job that day. So basically, you go back the next day and you get a different employee, and they will fucking do it for you. Like, they just do the thing. It's like, "Yeah, of course we do that here. This is where you do that. Let's do that for you." And it's that absolutely ridiculous that you can get employees who are so incompetent or so uncaring that they just won't do their fucking job. Sometimes you can't tell which it is. Sometimes you have to, oh, wow. Okay, here's another cool thing about Italian bureaucracy. You need this thing called proof of residence, which is absurd. Like, this doesn't exist in Canada. You just use a utility bill. Oh my God, also, I have like 6 different types of Italian ID because one is not good enough. You need a bunch of different types. Anyways, in order to get one of these types of ID, you have to have proof of residence. In order to get proof of residence, you have to submit like your lease and stuff to the city. And then, like, to the city government, then the city government sends a actual human being over to like ring your doorbell and meet you and check that you actually live there. If you miss that appointment, they come back. So that part's fine. I didn't struggle with meeting the person. In order to pick up the physical piece of paper, which you might or might need for the ID card appointment or whatever, they say bring the physical piece of paper. When I got to the appointment, they didn't even need it, so that was aggravating. Because in order to get that physical fucking piece of paper, my district, because all the different districts have their own separate locations, their own separate ways of doing things. Some of them accepted online. Mine did not. They had a list of newsstands. Italy loves newsstands. For some reason, they love making you go to a newsstand to buy things like a stamp, like an official, it's like a sticker. It's not a stamp, but it's like a holographic seal that like proves that your document's the original copy, basically. So you need to do that for almost everything. That you get at newsstands. You don't buy like from the place where you're submitting the form, I assume, to avoid corruption. You buy it somewhere else. So aggravating. Also, the list of newsstands that I could pick up this physical print of, see, this is so complicated because it is so complicated. The list of places I could pick up this document was a list of newsstands. There was about, I don't know, 8 to 12 locations. So I went through this list. I started at the top. None of these were, like, it's my district, but my district is large and awkwardly sprawling. None of these places were easy to get to for me. Even though they're in my district, it's actually faster for me to get downtown than it was to most of these places because I had to, like, take a weird bus, like, around a valley and a mountain because my district is, like, weirdly split up in order to get to them. And then they did not exist or weren't open when they were supposed to be. Some of these places just, you can't, the other thing about Italy is that when places are closed, you can't tell if they exist or not because they just close the shutters and there's no business sign left open because the business sign is within the shutters and they don't have another sign for some reason. So you can't tell if a place doesn't exist or if it's just closed at the moment. And they don't keep standard business hours. Their standard business hours, they might just close because no one's working that day or they went for lunch or whatever. So out of all of these places, I think I had to go to 8 of them before I found one that could actually print me this document. And then their printer wasn't working. So I had to come back the next day. And then I take this beautiful fucking printed official document into my ID card appointment, and they do not even ask for it. They just pull up my information on the system and go, yep, yeah, we've got you. And I go, why did you ask me for this fucking printed document? It was so aggravating. So that's an example of the things that happen here. They give you the runaround. That was probably like at least, I don't know how many minutes that was. I didn't start the timer, but I could keep going. But that was probably my rant. But there's some stories for you of the joys of Italian bureaucracy. Ha ha ha. You did some volunteering in Lampedusa 2 years ago. Italian government right now is just a mess. Italian government always is just a mess.
It's worse than usual.
Is it worse right now?
Yeah.
Oh, can't imagine the situation. If you pass and complain enough, yeah, you just need to find the right person, right? Yeah, annoying and slightly lazy. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, the other thing is, too, especially for things like the visas and the immigration, it's intentionally aggravating because they want to, like, artificially slow down how many people are getting into the country. Like, and it's that having it both ways thing, right? Where they don't want to admit out loud that they want immigrants, but they really need immigrants. They have a very high average age in this country, and without immigrants, their workforce would be a disaster. So they need immigrants. They don't want to kick them out. They just want to make it technically difficult so that they can kind of artificially limit it and also tell the people who vote for them that, yeah, we're making it hard for immigrants. They're making it hard, but you just fuck around eventually and you get the thing done. So it's just aggravating more than limited. And Milan was easier when you were doing short-term work there. That checks out. But you heard central and southern Italy is a bit worse, less professional. Yeah, Milan is like the Germany of Italy. Their buses show up on time. Rome's buses show up sometimes. Although the metro and the trains in Rome actually run really reliably. The buses are a disaster. I have many, many things to say. But the country is worth it overall. I like the country. I just think their bureaucracy is hilarious. It's funny until you're in the midst of something that you really need because you're technically going to be illegal if you don't get it done, and then you try your best, and then sometimes that's you still don't get it done in time because you had to go to 4 different places. Thankfully, though, they actually are pretty good at knowing that their stuff is slow. So, like, one of the systems, when you're on a visa here, you get into the country and then you have to do this, like, in-person appointment. You'd think it's easy. It's not. To get the in-person appointment, you have to send a mail, like a form in through the mail. That's complicated, too. After you send the form in through the mail, you submit it in person at the post office, and the post office employee tells you when the date of your appointment is. Your appointment might be 6 to 9 to 12 months after you arrived in the country. You might only have a visa for 6 or 12 months. Your appointment might be after that. Because they know their system is this slow, as long as you have the receipt that says you have an appointment date, you're good to stay until you get that appointment. So maybe you have a visa for 12 months, you get your appointment. For me, I got my appointment this month. I got here in like the spring or like February or something. You go to that appointment, and then you're supposed to get this physical card that agrees that, yes, you're allowed to be in the country. You go to the appointment, you might not get the physical card for another 6 to 9 months. So you're also good, generally, until you get that physical card. But it's not guaranteed either. You're kind of in this weird limbo land where it's like, well, they're supposed to tell you when the expiry date on the card is, and it should be longer than your original date because obviously you didn't get the appointment until this late. But not necessarily. So until you get to the appointment, you don't know. And it's just like all of these weird things. But in the meantime, the receipt that says you have an appointment is legally good for everything because they know no one's getting that card very quickly. So at least they account for their own ridiculously slow processing times. Yeah, to be fair, you don't know many people in northern Italy who have nice things to say about Rome or Naples. Yeah, but I mean, ask Rome people about Milan. It goes both ways. You try to be open-minded about it, even if a lot of the people in the South come off as a little arrogant. You think the people in the South come off as arrogant and not the people in the North? That's so funny. I mean, both the North and the South have, like, you know, historically looked down on each other, but I think the North has been a little bit meaner about it because they always had the money. What are the, oh my god, what are the funny names? Okay, like these are like the, I don't know if slur is the right word, but like the rude names they call each other. One of them they call, like, what is it, Terrini or something?
Teroni.
Teroni, which means like soil, like dirt people. And then the other one is it polenta?
Polentoni.
Polentoni, which means like polenta eaters.
Yep.
It was just so funny. You dated a girl who lived on the Swiss border. Okay. So to be fair, you're probably indoctrinated by her. Yeah, anyone who lives on the Swiss border is going to be very northern Italian. You did think she was a little harsh on southern Italy. Probably. She thought they should break away and be their own country. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, practical reasons why that's a bad idea from both sides, but a lot of people still think it would be a good idea, but the reason it hasn't happened is because there's a lot of reasons against it. The North thinks they're, like, shackled to the South a lot, but really, they also get a lot of benefits from the South. And vice versa. And as much as every region in Italy thinks they're their own independent culture, most of the Italian subcultures are still closer to the other Italian subcultures than they are to anywhere else. Except maybe some of the most northern ones and, like, places like Germany and Switzerland. But they know it. Alright, let's switch this timer over. I'm probably just going to switch the timer over to another 45, just because I'm doing the same thing this whole time. There we go, I got it. Ah, I can feel it in my throat. I ranted so much. Yeah, they're remarkably interdependent while also incredibly independent. Yup. Oh, I didn't actually start the timer somehow. Try again. Reset it. There we go. Cool. Okay, what am I in the middle of? I'm still in the middle of this Canva nonsense. Like, why is this taking so long? Okay, let's just resize the file I already have open because I'm wasting too much time on this now. Stupid. Okay, resize. What custom size, please? What size do I need? I need it to be 348 by 232 pixels. .348 by 232, and I do not need all the pages. I only need that page, and that's it. Actually, let's do this one at a time so it'll save easier. Oh no, I need to resize them all though. Ha ha ha, yeah. I'm figuring stuff out. Okay, 3 pages, those ones, done. 348 by 242, is that correct? 348 by 232. Copy and resize. Alright, it's doing its thing. I'm gonna step away. I will be right back. That was my be right back sign doing weirdly. There we go. All right, I have cute little dessert. It's like a little mini Sasha tort chocolate cake thing from the little coffee shop.
Italian, it's called sucker torch.
I just learned it's called soccer tort in Italian. Baby cat. Baby cat. Oh, why is this still not working?
You are a tiny baby. Bite, bite, fight.
Jump, jump.
Bite and fight. Bonk.
Mmm.
You're an aggressive baby.
Why is this taking so long? This should not be a difficult part of this process. Oh my god, what? Like, this should have been done like 20, 30 minutes ago. I don't know how long I've been spending on this. This is stupid. The first two were done instantly, and now the second two are just giving me grief because these images won't upload. Do, 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 ba do, 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 do.
They say you're a cat. Oh. You're an exceptionally edible cat.
So edible. It's very, very true. Okay, all the add-ons are added now. Just two of them don't have images, so I've done the important part. Now I just need to, like, do the image part, apparently, which is being way too complicated. Like, did that resize or not? I can't find the resized file if it did. Because normally Canva pops up when you resize and it tells you, do you want to open the new resized file? And you click yes. But it didn't do that. It just, like, kind of froze on me. And now, like, it's like the resize button is back again. And I'm like, well, but did you do it? But did you do it?
What's the Kickstarter doing?
I haven't seen anything the last time I checked. Let's check it again. Nope, we still haven't gone past. Which I'm honestly okay with, because if I hit 2,000, then I have to pay a cover artist. But probably because it's at 1978, we will hit 2,000 in the next 6 hours. But I'm good either way. I'm happy with who it got. I'd be happier if I could get this to work. Like, I don't even know if it saved my custom size options there, which I spent so long typing in. I mean, all of 10 seconds, but you know. What size was this supposed to be? $2,000%. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I set the goal really low, but yeah, this is cool. This is a cool amount of sales. Cool amount of customers. Almost 50 customers. Okay, so 348 by 232. Let's try this again. Just resize those 3 pages, please. but like actually do it this time would be cool. Copy and resize. It's trying again. Let's see how we go. Oh. Hi, kitten, come here. There we go. Open. This is my new cat, Milk, or Latte in Italian. And she's not quite a year old yet. I think her birthday's in February. I should probably look it up.
She's a criminal.
She's total criminal. Total criminal. But she has beautiful blue eyes. And she's made of liquid. All cats are made of liquid. She's especially liquid. Which is why she's called Milk. She's also especially long. Okay, did this work? Jesus Christ. Okay, let's try this again. Save. Download. Page. That one. Your cats are long too. Alright, let's try uploading the new image. Let's see if this works. She is such a kitten. Upload still didn't work, so I don't understand what's going on here. JPEG, PNG, or GIF, or WebP. 3:2 ratio, 348 by 232. It is exactly 348 by 232. 50 megabytes maximum. Let's double check the size. Is it somehow more than that? It's 62.9 kilobytes, which should be fine. Okay, I have no idea what's going on here. Yeah, odd sizing. Do. I'm like, I don't even know what to do with this because, like, it should be working now, so. Okay, super strange. What else can I do to try to make this work? This is so aggravating. Oh, I didn't even center this crap right. So let's, first of all, let's fix this. I don't know, let's just resize this a little bit smaller. And then if that still doesn't work, then, like, I don't know. Then I need to give up on it. Because the items are up for sale. They just don't have images. This little chocolate cake is good. It's like dipped in chocolate.
Okay, now it's working.
Now it's working? Okay, good. All right, it should be working now. Let me know if it happens again. No idea what happened there. I don't know, maybe the cable just kind of slipped loose. Hi, pretty. Oh, you're on camera too. Good job, cat. Good work. Good work being beautiful. She's very good at that. All right, Canva, how about you be beautiful for me? Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool? And Kickstarter, the two of you work together, please. Come on, God. I'm just trying to resize the files at this point because the current size isn't uploading, so I'll make it slightly smaller again, and maybe it'll work. And if not, I'm gonna give up because I don't want to spend any more time on this. I need to send some emails and stuff instead. Oh, and I wanted to show some video clips on this stream. And what else do I want to do? At least those things. Maybe also some, like, I don't know, some Instagram or TikTok or something. Do, boo, do, do. Kissy, kissy, kissy. She is a ragdoll. Yes, if I was muted when I said that before, she is a ragdoll.
Ragdollissimo.
Ragdollissimo.
Ragdollissimo. Issimo, issimo, issimo.
Catissimo.
Gatissimo. Cura. Spin.
Okay, let's try it on the other computer, which is a terrible idea because that one's slower. But, you know, this one's not working, so I just restarted it today too. I needed an update. Also, for longtime viewers of my channel, you'll be pleased to know I got a new mouse recently. My other one's still around, but the button kept falling off because I dropped it so many times. So I finally bought a new one. The same, but different. Okay, let's try 300 and 200 and resize this design. Pages resized. Cool. Oh. Darn it, I closed stuff. Oh, maybe I should close Discord. Let's close Discord. That can't be helping. Quit Discord. This is so dumb. Okay, Selected page. Page 3 only. Compress file quality. Thank you. Try again. Mm. Save file. Okay. Issimo. She's bins. They are a wonderful breed of cats. I've been so happy with her. She's beautiful and so sweet and so friendly. Beautiful. Sometimes you're crazy, yes. Sometimes crazy. All right. This one's only 33 kilobytes. So let's see how we do. Anything's possible. Nope, upload failed. So something's just wrong with this. That's fine. Save item, whatever. We'll, I don't know, deal with that later when I'm not apparently incapable of doing it.
From the other computer?
Yeah, the other computer's running even slower now, though I tried to load it up and it didn't go. Actually, you're right. Maybe just try the Kickstarter thing on the other computer. Maybe that's worth doing, not Canva. See if that is possible or if it's going to be too slow. Due to the magic of Dropbox, all my files are on every computer at all times, which is wonderful. Yeah, good. This was my #1 priority, so I'm getting it done, which is good. Alright, let's try to edit this. Upload a file. Let's see what happens. Yeah, maybe just the browser cache was fucked or something. This computer's also very slow. Do 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 boom ba doo 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 boom 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 ba doo 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 doo. It's not even a Canva issue because Canva's like making the I'm saving the file correctly. It took a while, like Canva was being slow, but it's saving me a smaller sized file. Like it's smaller in pixels and it's smaller in file size, and it still won't upload to Kickstarter. So Canva did its job. Now it's a Kickstarter problem.
Dive on the phone.
Yeah, right. Technically possible. I did not want to do that because it would require resaving the file to my phone or trying to add it through Dropbox, which is way more complicated than it just working through one of these fucking computers. So let's try that. It worked from this computer. So, you know, browser issue. Of course. Of course, of course. That's like not centered because I resized it and I was getting aggravated, so I didn't bother to center everything because everything was being slow. And I don't care. Save. Shut up. Something went wrong. Please try again. Cool. What does that mean? Now this is a Canva issue. It like wouldn't let me download the thing. Try again, please. Oh my god, why is everything being so weird? At least this is like the best time of this campaign for stuff to be weird because it's already fully funded, so it doesn't matter. None of this actually like will make or break anything. So what else? And we still have quite a bit of time left, a good couple hours, so I just take it easy and let all of this be weird, I guess, but it's still frustrating and bizarre. All right, take your time, guys. Take your sweet time. Yeah, it's being weird. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. We got this eventually. Yes, we do. Okay, where's my chapstick?
Vorrei capire perché ho del suono quando avevo messo al zero. Oh, where's the heat? It's cold.
Turn on the heat. Oh yeah, this computer is struggling today, and it shouldn't really be, but you know, guess whatever update Windows pushed through did not sit well with it. Okay, good. Let's do the last one, and then we're done this task, which should honestly never have taken this long, but you know, we got it done. Persistence paid off. Yes! Alright, last one. Last one. Let's go. Does everything have images now? Almost. Yeah, Windows 11 has been a compatibility nightmare.
Tell me about it!
The struggles, the struggles.
Graphic card drivers.
Ah, yeah.
Bad.
Bad time.
Bad time.
Alright, I think I've actually finished this stage of the process. How frigging exciting.
Is it time to see some clips?
Yeah, I think it is actually. That's a good idea.
I'll be right back.
Woohoo! Baby gate. Alright, so let's see if my computer can even handle clips. Cause yeah, it's been been having a
Oh, you have
time.
heating already.
Yeah, I was getting cold. You can feel my hand.
Yeah,
I'm,
I
like,
don't.
freezing.
I don't yet at home because I have the centralized one.
Oh
So
yeah. Oh my god, no. Okay, so
It's so bad.
thing about Italy and many other places in Europe is that their heating is like legally on like only certain times of the year it's allowed to be on. But if you have your own apartment with like your own like independent little unit, you can do whatever you want. Like technically it's illegal, but no one fucking cares. But if you live in a building with centralized heating and centralized air, the building won't turn it on until they're supposed to.
Yep.
And if you're fucking frozen through all of October and November, and you're fucking roasting through all of what? May and June? When does it come on?
You can turn it off whenever.
April and May? No, but like you can't turn the AC on.
Oh, AC buildings don't have centralized AC.
Mm,
Buildings only like.
some of them do.
I mean, extremely modern rich people ones, but like normal buildings never have centralized
Half of them
AC.
don't have AC at all.
Yeah, most buildings don't have AC.
But
all.
at any rate, it's legally like screwed up because they choose the dates when you're allowed to turn heat and AC on. But like it doesn't account for where you live, like how much sun or shade you get.
It doesn't.
No, but not any independent building, right?
No, only the regions.
Yeah, only by region.
Yeah, it's by region.
Like so if you're on like a high, like I'm on the top of a hill, and you know, like I face north. I don't get sunlight. So it's completely different heating situation than even the other side of my building, right? They were in the sun all day. I was out there on the public patio in the sun enjoying it. It was warm. My side was cold all day.
Yep.
So it's just absolutely government overreach. I hate it.
You
Okay.
know, in my place, I'm freezing to death.
Right? And then, like, so you can buy a space heater if you need to, but if you have a large place, now you're trying to heat an entire place with a space heater.
Yeah, I just stay under the blankets.
Yeah. Old school style, right? It's crazy. It's very ancient.
It's very Italian.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if I can do this. All right. Clips. I didn't actually prepare any specific clips, so we're just gonna like, you know what I mean? We're just gonna figure it out. Oh, okay. I know what I need to do. Instead of like switching to a different scene, we will simply add a new source, and I will open up the video file and then add it as a source. So let's do that. Let me think for 5 seconds, make sure I do this correctly. Okay. I'll turn the music off once I load the file. Let's load some of the clips from the game that we played over on Plastic Age Plays, because that game didn't even rebroadcast on this stream, on this channel, whereas the game that I played on Dork Tales, I did successfully kind of rebroadcast it here on my channel, although the audio is very quiet for the first half, and then I figured out to raise the audio, which is why today I had problems with the audio. All right, let's do that. We'll mute the music, pause the music. Let's pause that, and then let's load it as a source. Add new source. Let's do window capture. Add source. New source instead. We're going to call this video. And we want this one. Okay, done. Oh, and it's huge, so let's make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay, that's not bad. That's kind of what I want. Oh, yeah, kind of like that. There, I don't know. I don't know, guys. Okay, there's no good way to do this. I'm gonna make it smaller. I suppose I should have done this in a way where am I sitting? Okay, I'll put myself over here, and then I can go over here. Cool. Okay, that should be visible now. All right, and it should have audio too. All right, so let's try that. Let's give it a go. I don't want it much smaller. I just want myself out of the way. Let's do that. I'll go here and I'll scooch over to the corner. That's probably a good size. All right, let's play it, and I'll try to find some fun clips for you guys. Let me know how the sound is, if it's too high or too low, or I'm too high or too low compared to the video. Let's see what we got. Okay. Actually, I might stop and check and see kind of sound-wise what we're doing.
It's the Blue Jays and the Dodgers. I am watching you right now. That's why I'm on mute, because I don't want the sound of the game interfering.
I feel like that should be good quality sound, like I'm guessing. But
downstairs on the TV, so I'm not getting updates since the 7th, I think. That's okay.
Yeah, and I'm still not hearing audio.
Okay.
oh, okay. This isn't even an interesting part. This is just like testing the settings. So let's jump forward.
So when you do go into it, you are going to stumble across Edward.
Okay, and so I didn't actually go through and like pick out timestamps that I should show you guys. So we're just gonna like mess around and find some cool stuff. So if there's anything you guys want to see an example of, like combat or character creation, or I don't know, like different types of magic or actions or traits, or I don't know, anything kind of like different types of trials, like let me know what it is you might want to see, and I will try to pull up a specific part of the clip for that. Because I remember, I played these games all really recently, so I remember, like, in general, what happened when, but I have to find things.
Okay, good.
Have you guys ever met before?
I don't think we have. Hello, Edward.
We know each other's faces. You've seen each other at events.
Yes, I'll have my eye on him, but I won't tell him that. So, Good evening, Edward. Are you going into the corn maze? I assume you know what is in it.
So this is probably slow because it's like at the beginning of the game when everyone's still getting into their characters. So let's skip through a little bit.
Yeah, well, I definitely know.
These are the first court cards we've had.
Oh,
Court cards work in a special
this
way.
explains some of
Basically,
the
page and the
mechanics.
knight Are hold on, let me pull my thing, make sure I say it right.
So it's got, the game has cool mechanics that are based on a tarot deck instead of like D20 or anything else.
Fail, but they reveal something. Queen and king are success and they reveal something. So for the page, it's a failure and it reveals some knowledge. So in this case, what was it you were trying to do?
I was trying to use my skill resist magic.
Okay. In this case, the magic actually begins to overwhelm you. Instead of feeling stronger and more bolstered, you feel
So it just kind of gives extra flavor to the mechanics of the game.
tired, exhausted. You can barely carry the stuff you're already carrying. And you know that this is not, you don't need to take this with you, it's going to be here.
I just turned to the others and suddenly have this like moment of like inspiration. It's like, this is a ritual that's incomplete. We need to follow this path to get whatever it is to complete and come back. I put the book back where I found it. There's like this sudden like fear and like I'm just like, this has to be the balance here. Just put it back to the page.
See what else we can find.
Induce vomiting, perhaps.
You can. Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, sometimes in the trials people get poisoned and you have to find the antidote.
Do you think you could maybe just
Craft
take
a
this pouch
potion.
up to him with one of the vines? Draw and see how well I make this little tummy cleanser. So that was the Queen of Pentacles.
Excellent. Yeah, you're feeling confident in this. This is like a good antidote. In fact, you know what these berries are. They're a good poison. They work very fast.
Oh, okay. This was a good example of basically a reward. So one of the mechanics in the game is some of the cards, like the court cards in particular, can give you rewards, bonuses. So in this case, we had a character who drew one of the court cards and they were trying to grow vines up a tower to climb up. And so the bonus that they got was these poison berries. Basically, the bonus they got was berries. And then as we role played it through, we found out that they were poison. Because you can kind of just like come up with things on the fly. That's this game works really well with that. It doesn't require a lot of advanced prep, although if you're that type of GM, you can do that as well. But in this case, I basically rolled for things to figure out what kind of reward they would get. So I knew, it would be something to do with the plant. So I'm like, oh, you get these magic berries. What do they do? And then I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure we rolled. And then I'm like, oh, okay, these are going to be a type of poison, thinking that the character could use them, in the future, perhaps as a weapon. Instead, one of the characters ate them, and so they immediately had to find an antidote. But like that kind of fun gameplay arose, I hadn't planned on poison berries being there. It arose naturally through the cards we drew and through the gameplay. So it really lends itself to that kind of emergent plots and stories.
Untraceable once the person is dead. And they're very dangerous. So you whip together a nice little antidote.
I have good news and bad news.
What's that?
The good news is if you drink this quickly,
You won't
you'll
die.
live.
Down like the 50 feet of it.
Sounds like good news to me.
Alright, how's it getting up there?
Okay, what have I done? We're doing clips right now. We did the coupons. Let's check off some things off my
I'm
to-do
gonna just
list.
attempt to resist the magical effects of this, even though I have no idea.
Okay, so I'm ferrying them up the vines. Is that the idea?
Discord. Okay, so what I do want to do is also
Cool.
post some of my
I guess
Twitch
that's
highlights
line.
Yeah,
and
Okay.
YouTube videos to as an update to the backers. Okay, let's see what else happens in this game. We'll just skip through. We don't need to watch everything. I just wanted to show some clips on this stream just so that people who have not heard of this before can kind of see some of it.
Like, I know you are saying that you are here because it's
I want to
your
show you the
path,
end of this
but
game because it was fun.
why do you allow it so that other people can enter? Because it was not hard for us to get here.
It was not easy. You were helped. None of you would have made it here on your own. Oh, well, okay. You'll all be dead soon enough. And she disappears in a puff of smoke.
Did I
When
catch
people.
her name? Probably should have asked that.
No, she did not.
No, she said her name was Witch.
Oh, witch. Okay, witch.
Because it's Witch is a path with apostrophe.
Oh.
She said that was. She said that.
Also, I guess I should be playing clips on this because I set this stream to be in the tabletop RPG category, so we're definitely playing clips.
That was a nickname. So that,
I thought it was the plural. Not this.
I don't think it is possessive. I think it's.
I love the players arguing over the grammar of the game in as characters. Because in character, they've only just heard it as a hearsay.
Written. You can't just say things verbally and expect us to understand completely.
Well, especially not English.
Bitch. And I throw one of my rocks at the mirror.
Excellent.
This
I don't
is
know if
this is also a great example of like how versatile the system is. Like you don't need to be a traditional type of witch. This player was playing a kind of a like prehistoric human type of witch, like kind of a really old character who's somehow in modern day, but like operates on that kind of level. So like his tools were things like rocks and like carved rock. What is the fucking word for that? Oh, I can't remember. What is it called when you chip a rock into a tool?
I can tell it in Italian, but
What is it in Italian?
in Italian it's selce.
Nope.
But
Anyways, whatever that word is that I should totally know because I've only heard it 5 million
Flint.
times. Not close though. You flint nap it. Flint nap a fucking rock, man. Whatever. That thing that you flint nap into a knife out of a rock. That was like this character's tool. So like it's really adaptable to kind of whatever type of character you want to play, and you can get really creative with it.
I want to play
Flint
a
now.
first
I
wall
don't know
witch.
how
Ooh.
hardy this mirror is. But
He's probably gonna say it in a second,
The mirror
anyways. What
shatters,
the heck is it called?
and the you that is stabbed full of swords rises.
Can't believe my
slowly
brain is like
and
push that
comes
knowledge out right now.
towards The group,
It's too funny.
pulling a sword out and brandishing at you all.
I only get flint.
What is it called? I'll figure it out eventually. Okay, let's jump forward.
Beautifully, it gently floats out and hovers above the scrying pool. As it does, it sinks down into the water and disappears. And then what rises up is a mirror shard hovering in the air above the scrying pool.
I also tried to show a lot of different variations on a basic game theme. So the basic like default game theme that I'm giving a lot of options for in the game, so you can run it a million times differently, or you can kind of, run a solo game and just randomly generate your own game. Basically, like you have the path, you have multiple trials along the path, and after every trial you succeed in acquiring an item, and at the end you need all the items to complete the final ritual and get your wish. And then there's lots of little variations you can include. Why are the characters there in the first place? Did someone ask them to do this for help? Did someone force them to do this? What is the reason they're there? And then with all the trials, you can adapt those as well. If you only have 3 characters, you can still do 4 trials, or you can do 3 trials. You can kind of make it work to what you want to do. A shorter game will have less trials, a longer game more. Or if you really wanted to run it as a longer campaign, you could do one whole game for each trial and make it a whole big thing, right? You could have multiple facets to it. Maybe there's a puzzle and a combat and maybe some new lore revealed about your world, or who sent them on this trial and who's the big antagonist at the end. So it is adaptable into multi-session play as well. Yeah, so kind of cool.
It does look familiar.
Are you off?
So,
Can we?
oh, good.
Oh, I was gonna say, can we reach for the shard? Is
You
it
can.
now?
You can
Okay.
just grab it.
Okay, then we'll pick up the shard and see if anything happens.
Nothing happens. You pick it up.
I was gonna say, is there
So-
anything else that I can remember from that? Because I had a pretty good look at what was going on at the clearing. Is there anything else I can remember that we're missing?
This shard will fit perfectly in that hand mirror.
Right,
And
right.
also, if you
I guess what I was asking is if there was. I know we've got the shard. I know we've got that rock. Is there another
you
piece?
still
of the...
don't know what the final piece
Okay.
would be.
That's what I was wondering if there was still another piece of the puzzle.
Well, there was an empty cup, wasn't there? That was the other thing, and then the book. So we don't know what's going in that cup.
As one of you turns around, you see that the mirror where the sword came out of is now showing the path.
Well, now we know where to go.
Yeah, let's do it.
If we would like to take a 10-minute break, this would be a good time.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
I could use a refill.
Beautiful.
All right. Yeah. If you're watching live, hang tight. We will be back in 10. All right.
This is awesome.
And be like,
As you walk up, her gaze will slowly turn towards you.
right. And I'll be like, hello, there, pretty Sphinx. How are you? And I will pet like her paw
You
because
will see her eyes widen ever so slightly, and you think that's a bad idea.
oh, okay, she doesn't like to be pet. I will put my hand down.
In fact,
You are-
it felt wrong to touch her. It felt blasphemous.
Oh, okay. I was treating her like a kitty, but I guess she's more respectable than a kitty. That's good. Um, um, darling, Sphinx, we are wandering through, and we're trying to get to the other side of the desert, but it is long, and I was wondering if you could assist us in our journey through. I mean, we do not wish to bother you because you are a lovely creature, but since you're here, you live here, you know this place. I was just wondering if you could be so ever helpful and just help us, and we will leave you alone as soon as we are done.
Do you want to roll to see for any like social skills or anything like that?
Sure, I'm trying to see if I have I have deception as a skill, but I don't know. I guess I just will use perception. I guess again.
No, if you don't have any social skills, that's okay. You can just roll flat.
Okay, yeah, intimidation is the closest, and I'm not trying to intimidate her.
Not a smart idea.
Use the sides of a building.
What was it called? 7 of wands.
You did not offend her. She
Okay.
is watching all of you as you come closer. She's listening. Her voice booms out. It is deep. It commands respect. Let's turn the mic on. I think I also hit the button on the back of the microphone, so let's check that. Okay, microphone's on. All right. I was really pleased with this part of this game because I wrote a Sphinx in with riddles, and then I came up with a bunch of riddles that I was actually really proud of. So I was really happy with that. So we'll play some of this because I was just really pleased with my little riddles I came up with.
Her accent, depending on wherever you are from, feels like the most regal version of it.
The game does have a lot of improvisation.
Children of Noon. You seek to pass through the gate of Ma'at, but only those who show both wisdom.
That's also because I like to run games in a very improvisational style. If you're the type of person who likes to run a game where you have everything planned out in advance and everything's like organized, you can also run that game this way. But it functions very well under the setup of kind of see how things unfold as you play. This game I actually had more scripted for than I do almost any game. A lot of games I run with like a set of like 5 sentences like, they're gonna have, like my pirates game I just ran for Extra Life. It was like, well, they're gonna meet some pirates who have a treasure map they want. Then they're gonna go to that island. They might get accosted by the Navy. They're gonna have to solve a puzzle to get to the treasure, and then they're gonna have to get back out, and they might have to fight the pirates again. And then we ran out of time, so they didn't have to fight the pirates at the end. But like that was my sole set of notes for the pirate game. I had a little bit of dialogue, and that was it. This game, I wrote tons of notes, including all of the Sphinx dialogue, because I don't usually write dialogue, I just improv it. But I knew I wanted my Sphinx to come off really cool, really intelligent, and really like, you know, mystical and interesting. So I wrote all of her dialogue, and I wrote the riddles, which was, I don't write riddles. I was super pleased with it.
And courage will pass this trial. You must answer my riddles 3.
And I was really happy too because I wanted them all to be themed, and they turned out themed. And then I did all this work on it, and then I asked ChatGPT to like write me some riddles, and I liked all of mine better. So I'm like, oh, screw that, stick with my real riddles I wrote. So I was really happy about that because in general, there's no AI in this book, and this wasn't for the book. This was for my game I was running. But in the book, there's no AI, no AI art, no AI writing. It's all actual human creativity. And yeah, I was really pleased that even when I was trying to come up with riddles, I came up with some of my own. The riddles are hard,
Riddle
man.
Number 1. What can you hold on to tightly, but may still be given away by someone else?
That's not a real answer. That was just me thinking in my head.
Oh, I didn't even hear what you said.
Oh, I said rock.
As you mumble that under your breath, you see a ring of fire shoot up around all of you. Incorrect.
Who choosed?
Yeah, so one of the things as a GM you want to do is make sure that there's some sort of time frame or consequence for your players. So in this game, I think I did consequences, and in the game I ran after this, I think I did time frame. So like there was a timer kind of on every trial, and you can mix it up or you can keep it all consistent. So like in one of the other game after this, I think I did like an oven timer and a self-destruct countdown and like things like that, right? So it was all kind of themed. In this game, I had things like a physical consequence, like, hey, there's a ring of fire, you need to get out of this.
If not rock, then what about love?
Incorrect. The fires grow higher.
More threatening. So it's not like you can just sit around all day and answer riddles. You gotta figure it out.
Right?
Incorrect. The circle gets closer. You guys can use like skills or things to kind of get hints and stuff. Or insights.
No good with brain things. Have much courage. Not good brain things.
Would my skill at deception make me better at solving riddles?
No.
And so you can also kind of see like how much is at the GM's discretion. So I really like games that don't have a lot of crunchy mechanics. So basically in this game, you don't have like, I don't even remember what the fuck called, like attributes basically. All you have are skills and actions. So your actions in this game are kind of like your spells. There's something specific that you can do really well. They usually just go off. Skills are the things you do to do a skill check. You roll for that. In this game, rolling is pulling a tarot card. And it's up to the GM's discretion, because you only get a certain number of skills, how those apply. So you could make a really broad kind of general character that has like generic skills, who's kind of a little bit good at everything, but then it's up to the GM to be like, okay, well, that's not going to function as well in this context as a more specific skill. So a character who's specialized will have more detailed skills. So for instance, you might have a character who's good at fighting versus you might have a character who's good at shooting, who's good at swords, who's good at like knife work, you know what I mean? Like who's good at judo, right? So in a situation where it's a judo championship, fighting is not going to be as helpful as judo. Both characters will get an advantage, but it's up to the GM to kind of scale those advantages, right? So that, you know, maybe they both have a +3, one's to fighting and one's to judo. The +3 to judo is going to like do more than the +3 to fighting in a judo championship. In a street fight, the fighting one might do better, but it's flexible in that regard so that characters don't have to worry about like getting the wrong skills. It's about how you use them and how you integrate them. And you'll hear in this game, I say a lot of times, like, how would you apply that? Or like, what skills do you think would apply? And then I'll make a judgment call as to whether or not it makes sense. And let the players argue for like, oh, I think it should apply because XYZ. Like, okay, yeah, you convinced me. Let's go.
Otherwise, I got
Anything to do with research, books, words,
Your character did everything with the technology skills, right? However, the tarot disagreed. Exactly.
literature, history, things like that would help. Anything to do with like culture, anything to do with things like that.
Would I be able to just do like a random draw and hope for the best?
You can, yeah.
Oh, and also that, like, this game doesn't punish if you're not skilled in something. You can still try to do anything. You're just not going to get any bonuses on it. So give it a go. And then the GM is also going to, you know, grade that the number they're looking for in their head, you know, based on how difficult this would be for someone who doesn't have any experience to do. Like, how likely would someone know about this if they were an average person off the street?
How about a 8 of Pentacles?
So an 8's pretty good, right?
What can be given away by someone else? What would you hold on to tightly? You think and you think. I mean, a secret can be given away. You could hold on to that tightly, but you're not in control if someone else lets it out.
So that basically just functioned as a hint. I basically just like, hey, you had an insight. You figured out the answer.
Correct. Riddle number 2. A sweet poison that travels through the air.
And also, because I knew these games had a time frame, sometimes as a GM, I'm going to give something to someone to move things along. Or if it's moving too fast, I'm going to make something more difficult in order to give them more of a challenge. It's like, hey, you haven't really had combat, but we're almost out of time, so you don't get much combat. Hey, you haven't really had combat, but we've got 40 minutes left. Yeah, you're going to have lots of enemies to fight, and they're going to be tricky. Versus, you know, just kind of judging that, being able to be flexible with that difficulty level on the fly really helps to, helps if a game is dragging and helps if a game is flying too fast. So I really like that. In when I'm a player in games, I've definitely been in games where it's like, this combat was badly graded for the party. It is way too difficult. We're just dying. We can't get any hits in. We're not getting anywhere. We've been here for like 2 hours and nothing has died. Like, that's frustrating as a player. So the ability to kind of modify that on the fly is a real benefit in this system if that's something you like to be able to do. If you're the kind of person who will never change your setup when you're playing it, you don't have to, but this system does allow it.
I have crossed the lips of pharaohs and peasants alike. None are spared from me.
I liked these riddles. They were all fun. They were all cool. This is good. I'm gonna have to stop talking soon because I'm running out of voice here. Maybe I should just let this play and stop commenting on it.
Incorrect. The flame is hotter now.
Envy?
Incorrect. You all speak.
And so also, especially in a situation where it's something like, it's an intellectual skill, like a riddle's an intellectual skill, right? Or a knowledge-based skill, right? Where your players might not necessarily have the knowledge base to complete that riddle, but their characters totally would. Like, it makes sense to be giving them hints and stuff when they roll well, because it's like, yeah, your character totally knows all about maybe Egyptian mythology. I actually don't think any of these guys did. But in context, a character could very easily have like history as a great skill. The player themselves doesn't know anything about it, so they're never going to come up with the correct answer. But as a GM, you have to give them the hint, give them the insight so that their character does.
Without thinking.
What was the riddle again? Can you remember?
A sweet poison that travels through.
This group, I think, actually did have some mythological background as the opposite, I think. I think as players, they had some mythological background, and their characters had no reason to have it. So it was more like, you know, hindering the players from just saying the answer too fast when it's like, no, your character doesn't know that yet. Which is always an issue in puzzles in games.
The air. I have crossed the lips of pharaohs and peasants alike. None are spared from me.
Gotta say gossip.
You are closer.
Blade core is not the right word. What's the fucking word I'm looking for?
Slightly diminished.
Blade core is the thing you chip fucking rock knives off of.
Rumor.
I'm gonna ask this question. It's gonna be so obvious.
No, it's close enough.
Lies?
Correct. Riddle number 3. When a heart weighs less than a feather, I will set you free.
They're not just called flint. I'm sure they're not. What the
Yeah.
fuck are they called? They're just called
Incorrect.
blades or something.
Flames are looking at your heels now. They are
so
high enough that you can't feel.
Better not be a
but
word
you
I've
can
already
still
said
see
and thought was
her
wrong.
somehow. This one, if anyone has any academia or history or mythology knowledge, anything like that would help you.
What was the riddle again?
When a heart weighs less than a feather, I will set you free.
This isn't it?
I'll roll random lore. See if I know anything about this.
Like, I was so happy with this riddle because it was like a classic riddle. It combined a couple things. One, it combined like some sort of myth, like base knowledge in order to, like a hint. And then it had that thing a riddle's supposed to have where when you get the right answer, it sounds right. Like it sounds like that's the only answer. And in this case, you're about to see like the truth will set you free. Like many things would function logically in there, but it's so obvious that it's the truth, especially if you know about Ma'at. So it was just like, I was really happy with how that riddle came out. Sorry, I just spoiled the riddle for you.
Seven of Wands.
You remember something about the Egyptian goddess Ma'at. She weighed people's hearts against a feather to see if they were just and moral and true and whether they were good people.
I share that information with others, but I'm not positive what the word she's looking for. So I'm just like, I'm not 100%.
And so I kind of hinted there, like I said,
Give it a
Yeah,
shot.
I think I have an idea.
true in my answer.
But I don't want
You
to.
guys can discuss with each other without saying it to her as an answer.
Okay. I'm thinking. Okay, so that's why I had said feather because well, not feather. I said death because yeah, they weigh the soul and stuff. So I am thinking Anubis is the Egyptian god of death. Might be him because I think if the soul's weighed, he's the one who's in control of the scale.
No, I had said Anubis, so Matt was
Oh.
the one who.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ma'at is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
What
my.
if the answers to all three of these riddles
Truth.
are related?
Oh, lie and truth?
Correct. The truth will set you
Yeah.
free.
That makes sense.
What you hide, I see plainly, and only the unburdened shall pass. You have all secrets, lies you keep to yourself, that you hide from the world. You must speak them aloud to pass through this gate.
I was also totally inspired by the one of the kind of monster gods in the book Circe by Madeline Miller, because she has this really cool kind of otherworldly, hyper powerful god beast that the character has to go deal with at one point. And I love that scene. It's just a very dramatic, intense scene, and I love the kind of calm aspect of that character in the book. And I'm like, that would be a perfect aspect for a sphinx, like someone who cares little for mortal troubles, but you know, will engage if they have to.
blows a hot gust of wind at the gate, and the sand that has built up on it dusts away, and now it is a fully open gate.
Edward verbally says fuck as she says that. He just kind of looks at everyone and says, alright, I'll fess up. I can't actually cast or work or do anything at all with magic.
This was also a really good example of an interesting character, because all of the games I've run have had interesting characters in them. This was a great character because it was a character who was a witch. He was calling himself a witch, but he didn't actually really have magic. He was just really hoping to learn magic and pretending he did the whole time. And so as a GM, I knew that. And technically, all the players had seen the other character sheets before they started playing. So the players knew this, but in character, none of the other characters knew that this guy wasn't a fully fledged magical witch. So really interesting things to kind of play with, and the system is flexible enough to account for that, right? Like he could choose actions or spells that weren't really spells and work along with that and still make it function in the game, because you can use different skills in different ways. So yeah, I thought that was a really good example of another off the beaten path type of character that the system is flexible enough to allow.
I don't know how it works. I've studied it my entire life, and I cannot do anything. He's like super shitty.
A long beat, longer than you felt you could endure, passes, and then her voice comes. You may pass.
I breathe like a huge sigh of relief. Like, this has been a thing that's been weighing his shoulders, a secret he's kept. Oh, like, I don't know, like a dozen covens, and been kicked out of a dozen covens he's been hiding this from, and like every single spot he's ever been. So he's just like, it feels nice to actually like stay for once. And he's gonna walk over to the tablet area as she says she can pass, and just wait for everybody else.
The unburdened may pass.
Uga'a have burden to unburden. Uga'a strong, Uga'a courageous. But Uga'a understand nature better than Uga'a understand people. Uga'a scared of people, want to know people better, but afraid people will say no, will reject him. Uga'a scared. Uga'a always so scared, but want to be better, want to be courageous and proud.
You see, your truths will unite you. You too may pass.
I offer Agaga words of encouragement, telling him that he can do so much with magic and power. People adore him for what he can do, and he's doing this while downplaying himself. Literally, it's like, I can do nothing. I can literally do nothing. No one loves me for my power, and you can do everything with your elementals. You should be proud of that, buddy.
And you should be proud of your connection with people.
He kind of sits there and he's like have somewhat
God,
like
I love.
dumbfounded by it all. Like, I'd never considered that a power.
Love is the strongest magic there is. She's starting to look a little impatient.
Do you want me to go first?
I tire of humans easily.
Well, I have no flaws, so I do not know what to say.
Yeah,
So this was the first example of this character. Again, everyone in this game had interesting and unique characters. This character, you're going to see at the end of the game, we'll skip forward to it, basically, like, was committed to being evil, like, was committed to being a bad person, and, like, didn't want to change. And it's like, it was really fun as a GM because you're used to your characters, your players, being like, yeah, my character wants to do the thing to finish the game. But like when a character's like, no, like, or a player's like, no, that's not in character. My character would not just be like, yeah, I'm good now. And how to like work around that as a GM. So you kind of see I had to kind of force the issue. It's like, well, the witch's path is dangerous. Like you're gonna die if you don't adapt. And like that's the choice in front of your character now. Are they willing to die for their beliefs to not change? And yeah, you kind of see what happens.
We'll just go ahead and step up. You keep thinking on that, sweetie. I'm sure you can find one and put mine to.
She's starting to look at you, Catherine, as if you might be a little bit of an interesting food to play with.
Okay.
I say, I am jealous, and my jealousy has led me to hurt people in the past. People who didn't deserve to be hurt.
What have you lied about?
I never admitted to it. I acted as though I had nothing to do with her woman's demise.
Will you tell now?
Will I tell you? Yes.
Will you tell the world?
The world can know, I suppose. Sure.
You may pass.
I'll walk past. Come on, Polly Perfect. We have places to be.
All right. Since, well,
You see a
fine.
large paw kind of come up around the side of you, but not touch you yet.
Okay, all right. Fine. This is no big deal. I'll just say it. I killed my last coven because I found them incompetent.
You see, like, Edward just, like, literally visibly worried. He's super incompetent. So he's like, oh shit, his like station in life has just suddenly gone downhill.
Okay, fine. I screwed up. I was the one who screwed up, and they all died, but I still killed them. Wasn't all their fault.
Half sigh of relief.
All right. You have all proven yourselves. Now, before you leave, take your prize. Pluck one feather, and her giant flaming wing will lower down to the ground near the arch.
Is there one that looks specifically like it belongs with the table?
They all look identical and perfect and beautiful and incandescent.
Right. In that case, I'll just reach up.
They all look like things humans should not hold.
In that case, I'll reach up and yoink the closest one.
It feels wrong. It feels, oh, this is too powerful. This is bizarre. This creature should not be hurt and touched by humans.
Oh, can you carry this?
Oh,
Sure. Should I roll on pyromancy? Is this gonna burn my hands?
it doesn't hurt at all,
Okay,
but it is flaming constantly.
I like it.
It is also almost weightless.
Could I create a flaming sword out of this using pyromancy? Because that would be awesome. It would have
This
no value
item
right now.
cannot be modified by human
Okay.
magic. Oh shit, I was gonna do a tarot spread to promote this. Maybe I should do that now.
He's not actually pet her, but just like put his hand slightly over her feathers until he feels something, anything, or nothing, and instantly will pick one. Like it's the right one to pick.
As you draw closer, you feel the heat from this flaming wing. Before you have a chance to actually touch it, though, she raises it up out of your reach again. It is time for you all to leave.
I see. One feather for the lot of us. I kind of just nod.
She's looking again like she wants to bat at some of you.
How do we leave this?
We should get out of here.
I'll say as
The
I
gate
look around.
is open.
Yeah, let's not dilly
Let's
dally.
get out.
Oh, I guess through we go. I'll kind of just go through. Mostly because Edward's just fascinated the fact that he's actually being affected by magic at all. So he's just like, this is really interesting being teleported around.
All right. In the interest of speeding things up, you all wander down the path more. It seems it is going downhill now. You're going.
So we got to save a few to boss around.
I care not for ruling over humans. They're useless and pathetic.
Ouch!
That's
I'll say, looking at her.
Okay, sometimes they make good beer.
Okay.
But that's why we are compelled to save them, dear, because they're useless.
And so,
pathetic.
for me, when I'm ending a game, I usually in my head have a couple different win conditions. So in this game in particular, generally when I'm running this game, and you could do whatever you want as a GM, but when I'm running this game, generally the witch that they encounter on the path is kind of like their, you know, a little bit of a big bad at the end potentially, but also really more of like a guide. They could be friendly or they could be mean depending on how the characters interact with her or him. But what they don't want to do is fight this witch, because this is a massively powerful witch, and generally the characters who are doing the witch's path are not. But you could run it a different way too. You could run it with very powerful witches as well. In this case, I knew I'd planned in advance that the win conditions for them, the only way they'd be able to win in a fight against this witch were if they had basically recruited some of the people they met along the way, specifically the Sphinx. If they'd like really rolled amazingly well, like charisma or, you know, friendship or like seduction, you know, very unlikely roles in the first place. But if they'd all like, you know, tried to do that, like tried to, you know, cooperate and make friends with the Sphinx or allies or whatever, if they'd had her on their side, they could have potentially fought this witch. But without the Sphinx and without any other help, because they met a couple of other characters along the way, there was no way they were going to be able to defeat this character in combat. So basically I'm like kind of giving them hints like, hey, you guys, you think you can't win, like you don't want to fight this person, you do not have and she would just like disappear and like, you know, do things outside of their power level, because it's like you don't want to fight this person. But I had planned a condition that it was possible for them to do this, but they would have had to do a bunch of steps along the way to get there, or something else, you know, pretty creative in order to be at her level. So it's like this isn't necessarily a combat win. This is like a convincing win. Like, convince her you are worthy to deserve these wishes, right? And that's how I run the game a lot. It's not like a fighting thing to get to the end, or maybe it's like fight off monsters to make the ritual happen. But really it might be more like convince this, you know, person who is in charge of the path or who is guarding over the path that you're worthy of it, right? It's like, what are your goals worthwhile? And in this case, this is especially where Catherine's character had problems, right? Because Catherine's character like did not want to be good-hearted and really struggled to kind of figure out how to make it in character for her to survive this.
They're just people. They're just simple people. They deserve.
Anyone who wants to can try to roll like a persuasion or a like a social roll or anything like that.
I got persuasion. I'd say I think mine's a +2.
Or like a summon beer.
10 of Pentacles.
Or like deal making, bargaining. So none of these characters really had these skills. But I was absolutely also willing to, this wasn't something I'd planned, but as soon as they'd brought up beer, I'm like, oh, that would be an excellent, like that would be a comedic, fun in for this character. And I kept hinting like, hey, if you lean into beer, she will be amenable to it. Like if you say you want to make beer, you want to give her beer, like lean into beer, she will go that way. And no, like they did lean into it a little bit eventually, but it took a while. And I'm like, guys, you can't fight her give her beer. That's a better solution. And it wasn't something I'd thought up in advance. But I really liked it because there's some really cute historical stuff about how you have this kind of idea of these women in the tall traditional witch hats who brewed beer, because you would have women in these villages who that was what they did. They made beer. So you have kind of a beer witch, which is like a thing. So I'm like, this is super appropriate. This is an ancient woman who's been around, probably did brew beer for a village at some point. Like, yeah, let's go. Lean into that. That would be cute and funny. So, you can adapt on the fly and be like, oh, that's something she would go for. That would, anything you say about beer is going to give you bonus points.
Things like that. Ten of Pentacles. She's listening to you.
You said the magic word that I didn't know was a magic word until you said it.
Pitiful. Felt selfless to her.
Also that.
Don't do it for us, do it for
I have to decide how long I'm running the stream for.
I care not for them.
No, but
And what do you
they
care for?
care. Then what do you care against them?
Because the Kickstarter doesn't end until like 4 a.m., I think, and I'm not going to be streaming until 4 a.m. Not when we've already passed, we've hit the goal ages ago. We hit the goal within an hour.
I gotta be honest with you.
Yeah, 4 a.m., so I'm not streaming until 4, but...
You should put your
Just
time in.
have that much. You have that much disdain for me.
Here it makes no difference. You shall all die.
We're all gonna die no matter where we go.
The eagles have arrived in the clearing, and they are starting to dive bomb at you guys with claws and beaks.
Okay, yeah, so I set up a bit of a combat part because they weren't leading into the social aspect of winning this fight. So I'm like, okay, you guys have to be a bit faster. You need something to push you along. Eagles are fighting you. Like, there's a time constraint for you guys to finish this and figure it out.
Monica, you get grabbed on the shoulder by razor sharp talons and kind of dragged a few feet in the air and over. Take 1 point of physical damage. But the others were a 9, a 9, and a 10.
No,
Yeah, that was cool.
I had 10.
I had a 4, but then I had a +1 in dodging.
But that was Monica, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Monica, you take a point in damage.
Nice.
Everyone else, you managed to successfully dodge away from this. They're back up in the sky, circling you all. Leave now or die. I'm going to have to put all this
Hydrate.
stuff back.
Cheers.
Are you giving us a way out?
I think death is our way out the way she's talking.
Well, she wouldn't have said die or die.
It's an option.
Not that simple.
Cake or death? Beer or death? Oh, I should have said beer or death. That would have
How
been
many
smart.
birds? How many?
Like 6.
Who else likes Eddie Eaters?
6 of them. Okay. Are they
Very,
clustered?
very large.
Are they?
We're all out of cake. So my choices are or death.
I mean, I could make
Classic,
noise,
man,
but
classic.
That seems like a lot of work.
Please do that.
I have spider poison.
You have a dentist appointment. Well, good luck with your dentist
If you want us
appointment.
to go, just show us the door.
I could
Oh,
make
I'm
a
glad I
shield.
helped you understand.
I could create a shield with plant manipulation.
Have a good
either
night,
nature
or day, or dentist appointment.
Make a poison or something.
You can do that. Draw me a card.
Yeah, because I can just fire fireballs, from behind the shield. All right. I got 9 of cups and so 11, I guess, with my.
You successfully craft a pretty neat little shield there. It feels really sturdy.
Beautiful.
Bit of magic protection flowing through it. I see that you all have magic. I believe that. I just don't see why you should gain a wish. You have barely proven anything.
No, but you can see that we have proven something.
The bare minimum.
Well, the bare minimum gets us in, right? What do you call
Gets us
somebody who got
lives.
all the way through med school?
Wait,
Dead.
You're saying we've done the bare minimum, but
Eventually.
it feels like you've had this ritual here for some time, that you've been working at this thing forever. Yet everything's incomplete, yet we've accomplished what you can't. We've come back with all the pieces for this ritual. You've had this book stuck here for how long?
Very few are worthy to complete this.
We've got more pieces over further than you. Maybe we're more worthy than you are.
I've done it before.
Then why are you
By
still here?
myself.
Then why are you still here?
Now I guard it from idiots like you.
So like another good line I could have used there would have been like, I wrote the book or something like that, right? Like, do you know what I mean? I don't need to keep using it. I already did it. You know, it's here to keep it safe from people stumbling upon it. And if you manage to make your way here, well, you still have to prove yourself.
We are singular and unique idiots, I'll have you know.
Prove it.
Prove that we're unique.
Prove that you deserve something better than
brandishes.
stuff.
Ugaa brandishes a series of finely crafted stone tools. Ugaa have best rocks. Ugaa very unique and courageous. Ugaa a great warrior.
She is very old. And she sees the craftsmanship.
The hero is trying to hint that
You
she's
can gain
maybe
1 point to luck.
very old. That she recognizes this type of tool from personal use.
I don't know a lot about witchcraft, only that I've studied it most of my life. But I'd say, if anything, I feel very unique among the world of the witches. There's no one like me that can't seem to work the magic that I work, but yet still be attuned with magic in some strange way.
You're certainly uniquely pathetic.
Well,
And for me, I really like it when, as a GM, you get a character who has the option for such a good character arc. So in this case, we had a character who had no magic, right? But who was here to do something and made the right choices that it made it very easy to be like, well, hey, guess what? You're going to see, like, you can be an apprentice to one of these super powerful witches. You know, fast forward 10 years, you're also going to be a super powerful witch. And that's like such an interesting arc for this character who started the game with no magic, right? So as a GM, that's really rewarding to see your character like actually have such a huge amount of growth. And for a player, it's really fun too, because you get to actually achieve something for your character. So I really like it when that sort of thing happens.
thanks, I think. I'll say, looking at her.
The flock of eagles will crash down for another round of attacks. Everyone draw me a card.
And so this is how I run combat really fast. So especially when you're fighting a group of enemies or a big, large enemy that can do, you know, damage in a swath, like maybe a blast attack or something like that, instead of like writing out blast attack or radius or whatever, or like how many eagles there are, it's a swarm of eagles. They're dive bombing all of you. Everyone roll to see if you can defend against these eagles, right? And so I know kind of what the eagles' attack level is, and then I know what they have to roll in order to not be damaged. And so, you know, they can add if they have defensive skills onto that, but it makes it so fast. It's like, we're not going to individually attack each one of you with each individual eagle. It's a swarm, all of you. Let me see if you take damage. And then if it is a situation, you'll see this too. I think you might have seen this earlier in the game, not on this stream, but like where it's like, well, one of them is specifically attacking this character for a reason, you know, then it makes sense to have that narrative of like, you specifically roll me damage. This is a directed attack. But when you just want to kind of very quickly ramp up the damage to get these players kind of feeling the tension. And in this game, I use only 4 mental health points and 4 physical health points. And a lot of times you don't even use the mental health points. You know, most combat is just physical. So you only, the good thing about 4 hit points is that that's only 4 hits till your character is unconscious. And there's no weird rules about that either. It's like, if you're unconscious, you're unconscious. If you stay unconscious, you'll die. But like, at the GM's discretion. The other players can bring you back if they have healing skills, or they just try real hard and roll really well. Otherwise, you know, like, figure it out, make it work. Something here is going to happen, but you need to regain at least up to 1 health point in order to do stuff. Actually, I should write that in the rules. I don't think I have that written anymore. I just have that in my head. That would be smart. That's actually really smart. I'm going to write that down. Characters must be out, you know, positive health to do stuff. Otherwise, like, you're literally unconscious, like you're lying on the ground. You're not in a good state. You're not dead, but maybe you're dying. Positive health state to do stuff. And so in my Pirates game over Extra Life, we had that happen to one character a couple times where they kept hitting 0 health. But it also makes the stakes faster and harder because it's like you can only get hit 4 times and then you know you're down, right? Like, you don't have a lot of health. What you might have if you have a really strong character is skills that defend against attacks and make it harder for you to get damaged, to do things. Okay, good. I wrote that down now. But it makes it much more simple. It makes combat fast and easy. You're not like rolling a million things. You don't have to know a bunch of stats. It's just go, go, go. Who got hit, who didn't. And especially in a game like this where it's like we're on a time frame. All right, we need to finish up the game. These characters need to be motivated to make decisions. Well, guess what? If you take a health point off everyone, 25% of their health, they're 25% more motivated. You take 3 health points off, they're going to be looking for a new solution real fast.
I have like, if we're gonna avoid, okay, I've got the 2 of cups, but I have like a blur kind of thing where I can just be like hard to see, like it's a stealthy thing, or I just have
Yeah, is
stealth.
that action?
Yeah, I can use the blur, so I'll
You
use
can do that. You're safe. You blur away.
I got a 9
9
of
of
wands. Same here.
Oh, well.
Yeah. How do you guys avoid these eagles and their sharp beaks and claws? One of you has a shield.
Yeah, I was gonna say the shield should be doing something for me.
Yeah, that you get a bonus point for that.
I also really like giving out cool items in game. I typically run one shots, not long campaigns. So for me, if a character is going to get a cool item, I want to give it to them early enough in the game that they can use it that game, because probably isn't going to be another game. They're probably not going to use this character, this item again. So I like giving away cool stuff early on in the games, especially in a game like this where they're getting like trials and rewards and running into neat stuff, and getting bonuses off of their court cards and things like that. It's like, here you go, here's a cool thing you can use that's going to be helpful later on in the game. And then sometimes you have to remind them that they have it so they don't forget to use it when it's appropriate.
I'm gonna say that I'm just like trying to run away, and as I do so, I just happen to be in the way of another eagle going to attack Travis's character there.
Yeah, 2 eagles kind of crash into each other in confusion.
So I'm gonna spend a point of luck to just be in the way of their attacks.
Well, that's good
Yeah.
because I drew justice, which is an 11, which would be a 1.
An eagle tears at you with its beak. It knocks you to the ground and rips a chunk out of your side. It hurts. You're bleeding. Take a point of physical damage.
Excellent.
Do I have an opportunity to attack?
You do.
Cool. So the 2 eagles that have collided, because they're in close proximity, I'm gonna fireball both of them at the same time.
Yeah, is that an action?
It's an action, yeah. So I'll just use that
Sorry,
luck.
draw me a
die,
card because you're trying to
discard
hit 2 of them.
that. Okay, cool. Yeah. Nine of Wands.
Yeah, you singe this thing. It is shocked. It flaps back in pain and horror. It was not expecting that, and it's hurt and it's unhappy about it.
Cool.
The other one is only slightly singed, but it's shocked and scared.
Ugaa lets out a triumphant roar.
Seeing the injured eagle, Edward's gonna try something that he's never tried before, but he sees a unique opportunity. So he's gonna run up to it, and he's gonna try and cast an old healing incantation he knows. I'm gonna use Magical Misfire, which is what happens when I fail to cast an actual spell. So I'm gonna try and heal it, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but he's kind of thinking that he fails at everything, so it's gonna be something that's not gonna heal it.
What are you trying to heal?
The hurt eagle.
The hurt eagle? Okay.
Yeah.
Pull me a card.
All right. That's 4 of wands.
4 of wands. How do you try to do this?
He's literally just running up, trying to do like the whole like glowing hands. I'm gonna lay hands on you and heal this eagle. Give him a like, yeah. But literally just going over to give it a big hug with these like, with healing magic, whatever he can do to help this eagle out. Thinking that he's gonna maybe heal it, maybe not, maybe do something crazy and wild, but he has no idea. Magic never works for him, so he figures if he chooses to try and heal it, it'll be anything but.
Very
And that's all his.
Margaret Conan.
Yeah,
Love
he's
it.
just he's just going for what he knows.
I'm trying to think what would be appropriate for a 4 as a success here. This is like a triple, quadruple negative. I'm trying to figure out. So you can see I was like really struggling with how to play this. Sparks fly from your fingers. You feel like power all around you. It's not under your control. The eagle is healing and it's angry and it's very close to you and is it bigger than it was before? But also it looks out of it. It's not focused. It's kind of stumbling on the ground.
Quietly under my breath, I just say a word to myself, I'm helping, and just move on. Sorry, guys.
I would like to spend a luck and make a healing poultice to fix my wounds.
100%. You managed to heal a point of damage.
Excellent.
Let's see what else you guys have here. What? Like, I've got someone with, like, tactics. I've got someone with, like, weird dream. I've got
I mean, I can literally create complex objects with primitive like bits and pieces, so I could create a crossbow or something here.
these eagles just they're so
They're too
strong.
big.
They just keep
Yeah,
coming. And then
know.
what? So my point here was that like your
Mm.
goal as players here should not be to try to defeat the eagles. That's not going to actually help you end this game. You need to figure out what you need to do to complete the ritual to finish the game. Like the eagles are a distraction. They're a threat, not the final battle.
Yeah.
I've got silver tongue.
Maybe I should just
I've
make an
got
axe here.
charming.
Yes, it's a trait as me. Yeah. I mean, but I don't think the eagles are sentient to talk to.
The eagles aren't the only one here.
Yeah, she doesn't.
I've got curious.
Guys, you're forgetting the really powerful witch standing over there who's been judging you this whole time.
I mean,
I vote for poisoning witch.
Okay,
But
can I entangle the witch with the nature around us? You know,
Well,
like I don't know, roots, vines.
And also, as a GM, I'm always flexible for players to do something I don't expect. And like, so in this case, I said I went into this final battle being like, there's no way they're going to defeat her through combat unless very specific things happen. But I'm always flexible if they did something surprising and rolled really well. Like, sure, maybe. But actually, that was the other thing I didn't mention earlier. So in my head, my win conditions were either have support from some of the characters they met along the way, or like, you know, in this game, a critical success is a 1 in 78 chance instead of a 1 in 20 chance, like with a d20. So for a 1 in 78 critical success, you should get a really big bonus. So for instance, maybe you're actually holding your own against the witch who is way too powerful for you. I would have also needed every other character to score well as one character getting a critical success. So one critical success still wouldn't have been enough to fight this witch, but it would have made it possible. And then every other character would also have had to roll well, or you would have had to get another critical success from someone. That was kind of in my head. I'm like, 2 critical successes, they could fight her and win. 1 critical success and a bunch of other positive rolls, they could fight her and win. But bearing that, fighting is not the way to win this.
Because that axe still has poison on it.
Yeah.
So I kept trying to guide them to
Oh, okay.
Right.
negotiation.
So yeah, maybe I'll just try to I could roll on camouflage, like sneak up on her and then whack her in the head with my poisoned weapon.
She will disappear.
So like, once again, I'm not even gonna like make, it's a waste of time, so I'm not even gonna make the player roll for that and role play it out. Like, you could go through all the hassle of like, yeah, pull me a card, okay, tell me how you do this. She disappears. So for instance, if I was running this game, this interaction as like one game out of a campaign, maybe, yeah, I would have like let them figure out in, you know, real time, no, she's just going to disappear if you try to hit her. She can see you coming. In this case, since we were near the end of our time frame, I'm like not even going to go through all that. I'm just going to say, nope, she disappears. You don't get a chance.
Okay.
Not worth trying again. Try something else.
This is ridiculous. You are all so boring. At least be entertaining while you die.
Can I jump on one of the eagles and ride it around?
You can. Pull me a card.
Cool. I guess.
There are hints here, guys, to what the final item is, but none of you are like trying to figure it out.
Well,
That was the other thing. I'd specifically left a blank spot on the table, and none of the players had latched onto that. Like, they'd noticed it, but then they forgot about it. So I'm like, I should remind them of this, because they need the win condition of this game is to complete the ritual and get your wish. They can't complete the ritual unless they find that final item. They haven't even tried to like figure out how to get it yet. So I'm like, let's try that tack. I'll give them a hint. Focus on this.
the spirit. So I assume that we're like supposed to either impress
And they know this witch has already done it before, so she knows what needs to go there. They at least had that hint.
her or get her trapped. That's what I'm thinking.
But you are just supposed to die, you know. I don't think so.
You are not just supposed to die, but like, there's a little bit more detective work to do here.
Like, hint, hint, use your intellectual, puzzle solving, social skills here. This is not a combat game to win. I mean, it could be, but in this case, none of you were like super like, you know, maybe if one of them had chosen like a battle witch or something, right? Like, they were very specifically designed to fight things. Like, sure, maybe you should go into battle for this final battle. None of these characters were even for that. So it's like, guys, try other ways to solve the problem.
Like social manipulation, or like,
It was just super fun to watch
convincing,
them
or, like,
come at all this
impressing,
puzzles from different
or
angles.
bartering. Like, there's something to be done here, or discovery.
Uga'a not good.
detective,
Uga'a not good with words.
Academics.
And Uga'a action.
Like, you could try to trick her, you could try to research your way out of this problem, you could try to remember things you've read, you could try to summon, like, information, you could try to call a friend. Like, there were ways to get information here, and I was open to any of them, but, like, they needed more information. They needed to figure out what to do here, and so they did.
Okay, I rolled an 8 of swords.
Reading. You guys can combine your intellect, like you can group discuss.
Probably.
I mean, how
plus
evil
9.
do you want me to get?
Well, you think that like trying to like manipulate or intimidate this person is not going to get you very far?
Hint, hint.
Yeah. But I mean, like, I could totally just, like, offer to sacrifice one of the other players to her, but...
You could, yeah.
That was so in character, it was perfect.
Oh,
No,
but you
okay.
kind of remember that the theme of most of the trials has been about like compassion and honest.
Hint, hint. I've been setting up this whole time what we want to see from your characters. It's not murder and betrayal.
And things like that.
Yeah.
So I rolled a 9 of swords. My idea is that I'm basically climbing up the shield, jumping off, trying to grab hold of one of the eagles, ride it around, screaming, "Are you not entertained?" Something like that.
Just fun.
She's actually entertained. She kind of laughs and chuckles.
Cool. I'm glad.
That was actually kind of.
I'm glad.
They're like, she's bored here. If you just like entertaining, at least that's entertain her while she watches you die.
Like, there's a lot more information in that book.
They also none of them tried to read the book.
You guys. Like, she's answering questions.
She wants you to win. They don't know that at this point, but she'd much rather you guys all grow as people and be better witches in the world.
Then,
She just doesn't see it very often, so she's not too hopeful.
I will try and talk to her.
She sees a lot of power-hungry witches die on this trial.
These trials all on her own. What did if she's so wonderful, smart, and charming?
I am, yes.
Yes, and all these things, and you did it. I mean, that's impressive. What did you do?
See? Ask questions of the right person.
I read the book.
That was the right question.
Reading the book.
I don't believe you. I'll say look at her. I don't think you can read a single thing on this book.
Also,
Yeah, that is true.
good in character, like taunt her into revealing.
Manipulate kind of thing?
I'm just gonna look at her and just like, I don't know, you're saying all this stuff, but all I've seen you do since you've shown up is poof away in a puff of smoke and show up in a puff of smoke. And if that's your only trick, I don't know about you, but I could...
Right? Like, totally fair as both a player and a character. Like, how much of this is real? Like, how much of her is actually a threat versus she's really good at pretending to be a threat? And to pretending to have all this knowledge. Maybe she actually doesn't. Like, very good insight as a character and a player to test for that.
Do better. And I don't have any magical talent whatsoever. Oh, sure I can! I'll, like, attempt to do a parlor trick of, like, disappearing behind my, like, a cape or a blanket.
Is that a skill or an action?
It's a skill of parlor tricks. I just have a +1.
Yeah, draw me a card.
I got the devil, which is 15.
So cards like the devil are so good for flavor. So basically, anytime you draw a card in this game, you can use what the actual card is to add flavor. So you can just draw the number. We're going to talk about this too. But like the devil, especially, and I have a list in the book of what like a simple version of each meaning of each card. The devil's really interesting because the devil is all about giving way to your worst impulses, right? It's doing the thing you know you shouldn't do. So it's like, okay, that's great flavor.
So it'll be a 6.
That you can see my brain working. I'm like, oh, I can work with this.
You're leaning into the...
That's why this game is so much fun for like that creative on the fly type of role-playing game.
The mean manipulative side of yourself, and you can feel it, but you know sometimes it works, but you can feel it kind of grating and that it's not really the right way to solve this problem, even if it might work a
Especially because this problem was all about truth and honesty.
little bit.
Oh, I have a fun idea. So he's already trying to start feeling that she didn't read the book. I will look through a page in the book, more fun, and use my deception to say, oh my gosh, there's a picture of Uga, or someone who looks like Uga, riding one of the eagles.
Is that a skill or an act?
Also, all the games I ran to promote this game, all of my players were very experienced role players. So, like, everyone in this game, everyone in the Dork Tales game, everyone in the local game I ran here in Rome, everyone I've played with for this game has been really experienced role players. So the game does shift a little when you're playing with new players. And if you're an experienced GM, you can kind of, how to adjust for that. If you're an inexperienced GM, with new players, some of the stuff I'm doing here is kind of either advanced or it's the kind of stuff that's you have to do when you have advanced players because they will sneak around things. Like the fact that he thought to check whether this witch even was powerful, that like a lot of new players will just like assume whatever they see is true. So it's like you have to be able to this game is adaptable for any type of player skill level and also for having players of different skill levels in the same group. It works really well because the actual base system is so simple, it's very flexible. So it works really well for accommodating things like if you've ever tried to run a mage game where your stupid players just learn everything instantly because they have all this magic skills to just figure stuff out and like learn stuff they're not supposed to know, and like it's like, god damn it, that was supposed to take like the whole game for you to figure out. It's like, now you know, what do I do now? This game is adaptable so that you can on the fly come up with reasons why that doesn't work. And it's, you know, in order to keep the game fun for the players, right? Like they're not having fun if they don't have anything to do. Why wouldn't that work? Like, what is it that would be more interesting here?
That is a skill.
Pull me a card.
Okay. I got the chariot.
That's a, what, a 4 or 6 or something?
It's 7.
7, okay. +1?
Let me see. It's +2 for deception.
That wasn't in the book. Did someone write in my book? And she like runs over to look at it. What are you talking about? Where was it?
But yeah, I'm trying to think now. I think like half of the players in my games are like literally industry people. So like in this group, I have 2 people who have published their own RPGs. I have a professional writer and a professional editor. I have in my other games, I have a couple other people who've published their own RPGs, and then a bunch of like people who play online every week and just have played for maybe 15, 20 years, maybe more for some of them. So like, yeah, I'm actually, it's crazy how much experience all the groups I was working with had. Play.
Important.
She flips to a certain page, and then flips away from it, but you saw what page it was.
And I was so grateful to everyone who played in these games. I had such a good time and they all did so fantastically.
So she looked at a specific page.
To check that you hadn't defiled it. With your stick figures.
I'm going to attempt to roleplay, and I'm just gonna sort of like start talking to her and like going, you know, I've spent all this time looking for a coven, a witch, someone powerful enough to teach me the ways.
Yes,
of magic.
lean into a different
And
attempt. Try something new.
To be honest, I've seen no one more powerful or more interesting than you.
Correct.
And this whole thing with the trials in this book has only shown me how powerful you are.
You're correct. Do you know how to make beer?
I kind of smile and say, I can do anything for you. I am simple, but in my simplicity there is complexity that can be helpful for you.
I can work with that.
Well, if you can work with that, then I can work with you. Can you teach me magic? I'm just trying to butter her up and literally distract her so the others can look at the book and like do whatever they need to do, but I'm just like literally just asking her questions, talking to her magic, and just buttering her up constantly. Like, just
You
talking.
can be my apprentice. I will take you on. The way she says apprentice makes you think slave, but she's. It sounds very like reasonable overall. It still sounds like a good deal somehow.
Edward has been in many covens, and this is not the first time he's been offered the position as slave. He's just like, if it gets me the ability to actually use magic, you know what? I'll do anything you want, ma'am. You want me to wash? Yeah, I literally say, do you want me to wash your dishes? I'll wash your dishes. If you have socks that need laundering, he kind of cringes. I'll do that too. But whatever it is, I was like, I just want to learn how to use some magic. Some actual
might be
magic.
your only hope, in fact.
Probably that or some sort of wish, but I don't think that actually exists. So
The wishes are real. You just are all fumbling terribly.
every day, every day, he said, smiling. Very used to it. So yeah, he'll just keep distracting.
The eagles are going to crash down. Everyone takes 1 point of physical
So like,
damage.
once again, I'm like, guys, let's make this harder. Let's make this more interesting. You guys want to solve this problem. Get desperate.
Was I on one of the eagles that crashed down?
Yep, you took one. You
Okay.
can draw a card to see if you're still on the eagle, but you definitely take.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I want to see if I'm still riding that thing. We got a 6 of swords. So
You're
I guess
hanging on.
+1.
Better
Yeah.
for
6 is better than average.
Can I make a perception?
One of the nice things about the 10 system is that it's so easy to tell, like, is something an average difficulty, or like really high, like 9 or a 10 required for something difficult. You know, a 1 is good for if you just try to do something easy. But like, is this average or above average? Did you do better than average? Especially if you have a 5 and then you add a point to it. Okay, now you're above average. Like, did this require more than that? Maybe yes or no.
Should I just try to pick up like whatever I might be missing?
Yes. Pull me a card.
That's a 2 of wands. Can I spend a luck to redraw it?
100%.
That's chariot. So it's
My phone just suggested me a turkey emoji, which is amazing.
She's hiding the item you need for spirit. She has it. She's already admitted.
It's like, yes, you're asking the right questions. I'm going to reward you. Here's the information. The item is here.
Or she knows what it is. You're so close to completing this, but you don't think you can trick her. You don't think you can, like, beat her physically or with magic. You've got to figure it out yourself, or you've got to convince her.
All right, then I suggest Andrew, or Andrew is his name, right? No, Robert's character.
Yeah. I'm hanging out.
Well, then
Like, she told you guys she was guarding this road, so how do you prove yourselves?
I suggest she already likes you. Continue to butter her up and seduce her and get the item.
All right, let's just try doing my last luck here to attempt to use an action.
Yeah,
I
like,
have an action
use your
called
lucks.
Find
The
and
game's
Throw,
almost over. Use what
which
you
throws a
got.
random object from nearby. I'm gonna try and like just grab something from her and literally throw it to you guys. Like, this must be it.
As you try to do this, your brain tells you this is a really stupid idea.
Like, you're gonna die.
You kind of slowly
Sometimes as a GM, I'm a little bad for that. I'll just, like, give players hints. Like, you think you'll die if you do that. Don't fucking do it. It's like, you can still do it. I'm not gonna tell you not to. But any rational person in this situation would think, this is a bad idea. Like, I'm gonna let your character know. Your character thinks this is a bad fucking idea. You can still do it, but, like, as a player, hint, hint.
slow motion kind of second guess what you're doing as you kind of like
And also, I like lighthearted games. Like, I like games that are, you know, fun and adventurous and have comedy and, you know, I'm not here to, like, TPK a group, right? Like, if you're the type of GM, you can run this game that way. That's not the kind of game I usually want to run. So, I'd rather give them a hint, be like, no, you will die. If you're the kind of GM who wants to murder your players for acting stupid, then this game will do that too. Just don't give them hints.
lunge toward her. Would you like to continue, or would you like to kind of fumble?
He's at this point where he's like, this doesn't feel right. He's going towards this object that he's not even sure if it's right or not.
Her eyes flash.
But he's also like lunging at her. And he's not too sure what he's doing, but at the same time, he's been sitting here buttering her up the entire time. So he's just gonna jump in and like just go for it and just goes in for like a kiss. He's trying to plant one on her. Like, yeah, just like this, like, and then after he's gonna like look at her like right in the eyes and like look a little nervous, like, I'm sorry, did I read that wrong?
Pull me a card.
Okay.
So, like, this was a high difficulty because he was trying to do it, like, on the fly, in midair, basically, on someone unsuspecting, but someone very
Fumbled through that.
physically
You kind of
skilled.
just like bumped into her, like lips first, basically.
Yeah.
And kind of tumbled to the ground.
I just felt there was a connection that was growing through our conversation, and I don't know. Maybe it's just your astounding beauty, and I just could not help but
You are terrible at this. I just hired you, and this is how you treat your, like, intake interview? God damn it, you people are useless. The eagles crash down and everyone takes 1 more point of damage.
See, like that point, I didn't even make them roll for it because I'm like, we are in endgame here. Like to avoid damage at this point, you would have had to roll a nat 20, and it's not worth the time. So, not a nat 20, a critical success, which is a 1 in 78
right.
here.
I am useless. I can't figure this thing out. I can't figure this puzzle out. I need a mentor to teach me what to do because I'm
Better tack.
Well, then listen to what I tell you to do.
Well, what do you want me to do? I'll do it right now.
Oh, good lord.
As a GM, I'm like, what do I want him to do?
Oh, you sit down and be quiet, for Christ's sakes.
I want you to prove yourselves.
Yeah, Edward's crossing his legs and sitting down on the floor by her. Like,
One of you give me one good reason why all of you shouldn't be dead. Why should any of you get a wish? Why should any of you get any magic, any power beyond the limited, pathetic amount you have now? Why should your town be saved? Convince me of anything.
because I won't freaking quit until I learn how to use magic. I just won't stop. I will suck up to every witch, every wizard, every warlock there is until someone teaches me a glimmer of a.
It's a fucking hand axe. Hand axe was the word I was looking for. Fucking hand axe. Hand axe.
Spark.
You're already saved. What about the rest of you?
I just want to help the town.
Not convincing.
What if I use deception?
Not convincing. Your only wish is to help the town?
No, I have plenty of wishes, but my purpose here is to help the town. My wish, if I got one, would be for youth.
You would give up
God.
any personal wishes to help the town.
Did I give up my personal wish to help the town?
Prove yourselves, guys.
Yes, I would.
Alright, and the rest of you?
Ugaa screams from the eagle. Because Ugaa awesome, and Ugaa wants to find his family.
Well, if there is no other town and the town is destroyed, I'll have no one to boss around. So I want the town saved so that I have people who will listen to me.
That's a terrible reason. Another eagle swoops down at you. You can defend because I know you're down to only 1 health point. So draw me a card.
Okay, yeah, I will. I'll do my blur again.
Okay. You take 1 point of mental damage.
Okay. Have any better reason?
So at this point, I was specifically doing mental damage because I knew the whole point here was that her character's emotional and mental state was very strongly opposite to what it needed to be to succeed in this trial. And so, like, mental damage is exactly what is needed to help, give an in-character reason for this character to change their mind and do something out of character.
If you can't grow beyond your pathetic, selfish means, then you deserve to die here. If you have learned nothing, then these eagles might as well tear out your heart.
I have
Ugaa
learned.
learned people important too.
I have learned.
Real magic is the friends we made along the way.
Ugaa, can you pull me a card?
So when this game was over, I think I put in a text. The real the real magic was the terrible people we met along the way, or something like that.
Sure.
I have learned that Uka is a very strong warrior.
I got 7 of swords.
This eagle kind of likes you now. You're kind of bonding, and she
Cool.
sees that. So she's relatively impressed with all of you except Jacqueline.
I cannot change my nature, but I will say
She's going to kind of a heavy pressure is going to descend upon you and knock you to the ground. You feel like you're being crushed under something, but there's nothing visible on top of you. You can take 1 more point of mental damage.
They're good.
all of all you're thinking of is all of the terrible times in your life, the terrible times you've been hurt, the terrible times you've hurt others, and how much or how little you gained, and whether any of it was worth it in the end, whether it actually got you where you wanted to go.
Yes.
You don't even try to help her. Well, let's even work against her.
What would I use to help?
If she was the blight on your town, maybe that's how you saved them.
Yeah.
You just have this revelation. I'm a monster.
Oh no, I'm not a monster.
If she truly is the monster, perhaps that's what you all need to do.
Perhaps that's your final
That's the
challenge.
way that
And I let them
monster
decide if they wanted to go that way or not.
Walk over to her, and literally, like, as he looks at her, he just like sees like how much negative energy she has, disdain for everything else.
But it's like they also
Just
knew
sits there, just
truth
gives
and
her a hot
compassion
voice.
were the key phrases here.
Well,
So
have you pulled me a card? Tell me yet.
I got the Knight of Wands.
Oh, I have to roll a card. 1 second. Eight of Swords.
She just saw you try to kiss someone, and that did not come across as a friendly, sympathetic hug.
Oh. Well, you know, I was trying.
I had the vision. I mean, how can I be like the witch of this house? I mean, I'll take her job. That's.
Are any of you even trying to defend her at this point, or should I just finish this and send the rest of you home with your wishes?
Well,
I think she learned an important lesson, but too proud.
She learns nothing. Listen to her.
She changed on the inside. Outside could use some work.
Uga's right. Uga's very, very good.
What changed on the inside? Pray tell.
Oh, easily. I learned that Uga is a very good warrior and a very defensive person. I like Uga. I have made a friend in Uga.
Uga, your friend.
one friend is not enough to save you.
Eagle, Uga's friend.
I feel like when I start my new coven, Uga and the Eagle will be great additions.
yo.
Oh,
Feel free to send kind of a bolt of lightning towards you, and you feel that you're going to die. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna get in the way.
Oh.
I'm gonna reset this
always
timer in
in the way.
case anyone's co-working
You
along
take
with
a
us.
bolt of lightning straight through the chest, and you pass out.
Oh yeah,
It looks like Edward is dead.
forgot I almost killed someone here.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
But like the stakes are real.
Action to make a healing poultice, maybe bring being not dead.
You can.
This is so funny too, because some of these characters did have healing. In the last game I ran, which was not a Witch's Path game, it was a Pirates game for Extra Life, but none of them had any healing at all. So I made them roll 50-50 shot of getting better or getting worse, which is like super fun for a gambling kind of, you know, theme in a Pirates game, like they're gamblers. And I really liked how that worked. It's like, none of you have healing at all. 50-50 shot. Double or nothing.
Yeah, you are working on that. It is taking a lot of work and energy. What's everyone else doing?
Oh, shoot. I only have poison.
Second.
Oh, shoot.
Okay, what else do we need to do today?
Heal Edward.
Oh, I did do
mean,
some of these.
he
Let's check
served
these
his
off my
purpose,
to-do
but
list.
He still has more usage.
Oh, I have some emails I need to send. Okay, I did that. I did
I'm
dinner.
going to try to land with the eagle and run over.
Hey, I actually did a bunch of these. Good.
I create a God, I have no electricity or anything, but no, I guess I really can't do anything. I don't have any first aid.
Can I attempt to resist this random magic to see if I'm just okay, but, you know, just lying there?
You are pretty much passed out right now.
Okay.
Okay, he's not dead. He's just knocked out.
I'm having
Well,
enough.
you all think he's dead.
I come over and
He looks
I
dead.
start trying to. God, I'm gonna try to do CPR, but I'm not trained in it.
Oh god, hurt my ribs.
I'm just gonna roll on that. Let's see what happens. It's probably gonna have to be a real.
Edelweiss or whatever over here is just like watching you guys in fucking horror.
I just rolled the what's judgment?
What's the number on it?
20.
What were you trying to do? CPR?
Yeah. It's the 20 of judgment. That's not wrong.
Successfully revive Edward, who floats in the air with a magical glow surrounding him. Edward, you have a magical knowledge of the justice in the world, and for you know it is a brief moment, but you have a power, and you are able to direct this kind of cosmic judgment at Jaxelin. Jaxelin, you feel a power that is so strong over you. You have two choices: repent or kill yourself. Those are the
Oh, I
only
also need
options
to
you can see in front of
design
you.
a sigil
This force is overwhelming. You're
for this book.
crying, you're weeping.
Do that tonight too, I suppose.
This is an otherworldly judgment. This is some sort of.
This is like me trying to force the issue.
Force, and
Change or die.
something has made you open your eyes to the way you are living your life and how the world is.
Oh, I'm thinking hard, because there's a thing Catherine would do, but then there's a thing that the character would do, and when
You can pull a card, too.
Okay, I'll pull a card, because...
Yeah, I could see she was fighting with her understanding of the character
Seven of
versus
Cups.
clearly what would let her
So it's a
character
very hard
survive.
card, and it's an emotional card. The Seven of Cups is options. It's you have choices in front of you, but it's hard to pick. There's pros and cons to everything. On one hand, death. On the other hand, your pride.
One hand, brutal, violent death.
Yes. Okay.
You do have a pet spider who would miss you if you were gone.
Oh, I know. I love my spiders. Does Uga like spiders? I'm asking.
I love all creatures.
Okay.
God, I love creatures. Spiders. Spiders, okay. Spiders are.
You got like a couple other animals flocking around you in the eagle now.
Okay. Spiders are good. I do love my spiders.
What is up with people who pledge and then immediately cancel their pledge? What are you doing,
Tell
guys?
what you want to hear.
This power is instantaneous.
Right.
It is not something you can lie to yourself about or lie to anyone else about. The decision you make will be irrevocable.
Okay, I have learned something. Now that I see Uga with all the animals, and that
Doing
Uga
a Snow White.
What?
Doing a Snow White.
Yeah. Uga is very commanding with this weird thing called kindness, and I guess I could learn to be commanding and in control, but with a little more kindness, because nothing Uga
Don't need control.
touches.
Excellent. If you agree to be apprenticed to Uga, I shall let you all live.
Uga will teach you kindness and friendship.
So, I mean, I'm going to skip forward a bit. I think that's
for a while, and
pretty much the
I
end.
eventually settled in the same
Yeah,
town
we
as
jumped to the
him
epilogues
and
at the end.
become a spider farmer.
We found a way.
Excellent. Yeah, that's amazing.
But I'm nicer. I don't.
You're happier than you've ever been. You love these spiders. They are so much better than people. Spiders are predictable. People are crazy. People betray you. Spiders just do what spiders do. All of you are happy. You're proud of what you did. The town is.
Oh yeah, let me see if we get more of.
the greatest thing ever.
And ever since you came back from the dead, you can feel it in your fingers. You
Throw some of these up wide.
power you didn't have access to before. Something that was blocked before is now. You're not good at controlling it. You don't know what you're doing yet, but it's there for you now.
So yeah, I work at saying goodbye to the mundane and learning to say hello to the supernatural.
And Jacqueline.
I have been humbled a little. I followed Uga around for a while and eventually settled in the same town as him and become a spider farmer.
Okay, we already heard that part.
Excellent. Yeah, that's a too.
Yeah, what's the word I'm thinking? I just get a lot of like inspiration to kind of play off. It was kind of cool though, so I enjoyed that the connectivity with the system. So it was great that way, and I liked how it played out. It was very streamlined sense of mechanics. So no, I love that. As far as like games and stuff, yeah, I got Gambit RPG. It's a little card based.
Yeah, so I mean that's kind of like a bunch of the we went through a lot of we went through kind of the whole second half of that pretty much straight through. But so I hope that was a pretty good understanding. If you do want to watch the full video, it's up on YouTube. Let me see if I can post a link to that in the chat. Because I do have it. I did just find a link in order to post it on the Discord. So let's double check that that is the correct link. Oh, this one isn't up on my YouTube yet, but I will be posting it on my YouTube. But I'll post a link to the YouTube playlist where there are other games up right now. And then I will, maybe that's what I'll do right now, start to upload it. But here's some other games on YouTube right now. Go check those ones out. Yeah, maybe I should do that right now. All right. Yeah. Very cool, guys. Very cool. Here we go. All right. Oh, interesting. Okay. Cool. All right, let's not do that then. Back. That's not super helpful, is it? All right. Oh, I'll put a little bit of music on again while we're doing some stuff here. Oh yeah, I had the music up for the playing the video. Turn it down a bit. See who's doing what on the interwebs right now. Oh. Okay, I know who we're gonna raid. Yeah, 100%. All right, let's. We're gonna go raid Bunny Hearted, who is a friend of mine, also loves RPGs. We got to play in a Stargate game with him over the weekend for Extra Life. Make sure I'm spelling that right. I am. Cool. All right. Thanks so much to everyone who hung out with me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you got a good look at the system. And if you have any further questions, let me know. Check out the Kickstarter. Give it a like. Give it a subscribe, or not a subscribe, but you know what I mean. Like, give it a fund. I don't know what the heck do you call it on Kickstarter. A pledge. Give it a pledge. And yeah, it's gonna be a really cool game. All the basics are done. I've just got to format it into a nice little pretty book. And it'll be cool. So thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed everything. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this. My name is Natasha. You can find me here and other places on the internet, Natasha Telskevich Designs. We do co-working, we do creative streams, fashion design, art, writing, RPGs, all sorts of cool stuff. So yeah, give a like, give a follow, check back later, and bye.